Welcome to All Nerds Here. We're here for some wrestle and fun action.
We're barely
Woohoo!
here.
We're awake.
Smurf, we have to talk about how you dab, Smurf. What is this nonsense? What is this? You need to get that shit in the crook of your elbow.
No, I'm going quick though. It's a quick dab. It's different.
Just
It's
get your
not-
elbow up higher.
That's fair.
It's
It's
at
a
least
bonus
better
action.
than a McElroy dab, so
It's a bonus action dab versus a full action dab.
Right.
it's not a Griffin dab. So I'm gonna
If
give
But it's
it
not
a
a
dab.
full round.
You're-
But it's not a full round action dab because we
We don't talk
those.
about those kind of dabs at this channel, okay?
Look,
We
you
don't
can't
talk about-
copyright game mechanics.
But I can't trademark terms.
the terms.
Jackie knows. He gets it.
Good morning, friends. We are excited you're here with us for PWN Live and a good morning of wrestling fun and action. Let us go around and introduce ourselves. I would like to start with probably Fox. Let's start with Fox.
Sure,
I
why
don't know
not?
what you're doing, but sure.
I'm dabbing. I'm obviously dabbing.
That's
This
yeah,
is what dabbing is now.
totally.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
what
dabbing.
is.
Hi, my name is Fox. That Fox buried on the Twitter. Today I'll probably be playing Phoenix in a match, actually, I think. She's a wrestle lady. Occasionally I also play the Over Undertaker. She's also a wrestle lady. But most of the time I'm just Benny Templeton because honestly it's the funniest voice I can do.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
I'm okay
All
with
right.
it, honestly.
Simon.
Hello, my name is Simon. You can find me on Twitter at Lucha Libris, and today I will be playing Death Blossom, our resident luchadora. I will also be announcing matches as Ramiro Rudioso. I will be wrestling later on in the day as War Master, and potentially playing one of several furry friends, depending on how the story goes.
We never
this-
know.
Is this
We
show
really
just
never know.
an excuse for us to do funny voices? Is what I'm realizing suddenly?
Is that-
wait.
Is that
Wait.
all role-playing games?
No.
No, you're right.
Monster Hearts.
I think most of
Those
them are
funny
point.
voices.
I thought the point was just to buy lots of expensive polyhedrals
Okay,
I
I
think
feel
and
attacked.
sometimes put them in the mouth.
I'm in this picture, and I don't like it.
I mean, I'm not gonna say these are made out of metal, but shut up.
I have my little hex chest here.
I
with
mean,
my
I
little-
have the ones made out of bulletproof glass, but we won't talk about that.
No, we won't.
Let's
What?
be real though. It's also
Goose?
to make things as gay as possible. So we have
Oh,
the layers,
for sure.
right?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm way gayer in role playing than I am in real life.
I lost my flag again.
Oh my gosh! Why are you so bad at this? You just had it. All right, Smurf.
Hi, I'm Smurf. Tonight, I am playing the Vessel, who is a time traveling wrestler,
With a funny
and
voice.
with a funny voice, and Ron Sterling, who was really like that one guy at college that always wore like a polo and khakis, with stupid sunglasses and his hat sideways, and then he just lost everything. So we get to laugh at his misfortune. Yeah, that's what's happening tonight. And I also play Rory Cemetery, which is a play on words of a current WWE announcer.
I can't imagine who that would be.
Easter eggs.
Yeah, Easter eggs.
Easter
Yeah.
eggs.
Still took me 2 episodes to figure that one out. I can't remember. Jackie.
Uh-oh, I still don't know what it is.
Oh boy. Hi everybody, I'm Jackie, and I will be playing the cook, who is our culinary parody of Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and I will be also playing After Dark, which is Daft Punk meets Boba Fett, and I will also be playing the ever so stoic Johnny Wong, who has considerably made very bad financial choices over the course of the last 3 episodes of PWN Season 2.
Legit worried about Johnny.
Yeah. Man.
36% mortgage.
36.5% APR mortgage for 35 years.
Ah. Ah.
The fact that I consistently remember that factoid is impressive.
No, it's not, Jackie, because it's you.
Winces and homeowner.
I'm Kate, and I go by me and Midair on the internet, and I am creative in this game, which means I try to I manage all the NPWs, all the interesting other characters that come up in this game. I book the matches whenever they don't book them by using their interesting, fun, and wild moves, and I also pretty much lose control after anywhere from 30 seconds to 5 minutes, depending on the day, as it so happens.
Yes, last week was 5 minutes.
Yeah. I don't think it was even 5 minutes. Let's be real. Hey, you know what I'm remembering this time?
Is it the overmove?
I'm remembering the overmove this time.
Hey, look at that. Bam!
I'm remembering it this time.
Phew.
Let's do the overmove first.
Boom shakalaka.
So hey,
For 3.
hey, Death Blossom, you're in the top spot.
I'm still in the top spot.
Yeah, because you're two champion.
Now here's a
Yeah.
question.
Yo,
Do I continue to gain? No. I gain in advance when I enter the top spot, but not
Yeah.
as long as I'm staying in the top spot.
exactly.
Right.
Yes,
That would be bananas.
that would be
Much
complete
harder to gain
bananas.
advances in
Be-
the new playtest rules,
Yeah,
which is fine.
Yeah.
that's fine.
And makes
Do
sense
we-
because
does the
I think it was
promotion
so
grow?
easy to gain. Oh yeah, we're gonna do the promotion too, but let's do the over
Okay.
and then we'll do the
Yeah.
promotion.
Okay. So I make the overmove at the top of each episode because I'm in the top spot. Because I've got 2 belts and I'm really
Yeah.
strong. When I'm in the top spot at the top of the show, that's a bit I have to explain later on. We may or never do it. You get to weigh in on your storylines. This episode opens with a segment focused on me and my agenda. I gain +3 momentum, and then I can spend momentum 1 for 1 to either demand and be granted any match I wish as the main event of the episode, add a stipulation to an upcoming match, which can be the one I just demanded, call out anyone on the roster and gain +1 heat with them, declare a non-wrestling segment for later in the show designed to showcase me in the best possible light, or introduce a new aspect to my wrestling personae. When that segment starts, I get a momentum. So I am going to start by looking back. So I'm wrestling with a tag team, Cash Grab, which is great. I feel like I want to add a stipulation to that. That might be fun.
Sure thing.
What are the? I mean, I know I can make things up, but I'm interested in maybe using some of the things that are already in the book.
Yeah, I mean, oh yeah,
Yeah.
good point. Because I was gonna be like,
Oh, for the
table ladders with
stipulation? Yeah.
chairs.
Yeah.
There's that thing where they
Hardcore
dangle
match.
a thing above
Yeah.
the ring, and you got to go up the ladder to get the thing.
So yeah, the
Like a Money in the
stipulations
Bank
that
kinda
they've
thing.
added in the playtest materials are like a cage match, falls count anywhere, the lumberjack match, which is the
Lumberjacks.
ring is surrounded by all the wrestlers to keep
I-
people from escaping, which
I
might
will
be
say-
good
Yeah, I
I'd
was
love
gonna-
that.
because
was
you know
about to-
someone likes to escape.
Which is why I was about to pitch a cage match.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think either the cage or the lumber. Let's do the lumberjack because that lets us get all of the
The
stable
stable.
out there,
Mhm.
and that'll give us some screen time for wrestlers that we haven't seen a lot of.
Okay.
Just like remind the audience that they exist is probably what
Mhm.
Alistair was doing. So I'll take that for my first thingy
Okay.
ding.
Dingy ding.
Love
Like
a
it.
thingy ding.
I'm gonna call out somebody.
Calling you out, Varmink.
I'm gonna call out the Over Undertaker again
I love it.
because
It's
that'll
lovely,
put us
just,
at
like,
+4
beef.
heat.
Yeah.
Beef.
Build that audience.
Build that audience.
Is that just for you, or is that for both of us?
I think it's
It
just
is
for
just for me.
Okay.
Death Blossom, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All I
Yeah.
gotta do is scare up 1 heat then. I can totally do that.
You can totally do
I
that.
can make that happen.
Yep.
And then maybe I'll use that last one to call out After Dark, since
Yeah.
I'll be wrestling both of them,
Yeah.
and be like, listen, the two of you, ever since the two of you came in here, you've been making problems. We're going to settle this, and everyone's going to watch as we hold you accountable
I love it. I love it.
and put you in the dirt.
You want to bet on
I
that?
love it. I love it. I love it.
I'd love those
so
odds.
much.
Decks
Okay.
to
That's
open
gonna-
trips to win.
Yeah, I
Um,
think that's going to be
yeah.
the opportunity for After Dark to really showcase their insanity and dominate the field.
They hope.
They hope.
No, I'm kidding. And then we need to look at seeing how if the promotion has grown. What is everyone's audience at? I'm gonna go around because it's gonna be easier for me to keep track.
Yep.
I'm gonna go around just because on the Zoom screen because it's easier for me.
Do
So
you want totals or individual character amounts?
individual characters because I have to go by individual characters.
Okay.
So Smurf, what is Ron at audience wise?
Ron is currently at 3 audience.
And what is the vessel at?
The vessel is currently at 2 audience because he
Okay.
doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Jackie.
The cook is at 2 because the cook lost some last time, and After Dark is actually sitting at 3.
Okay.
Mm.
Fox. Phoenix is at what?
4.
Wow. And
Just
what
been sitting there
is
for a while.
over Undertaker?
2.
2. Death Blossom is at 4.
4.
And War Master is at
2.
2. Okay, let me do some math.
Love
cool.
to do math.
I gotta
Yeah.
figure out why the
Do 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 do
do do do.
do 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 do
Math.
Jackie, what's 8 times 3?
24.
Thank you.
Math.
Oh, you are so close. We are almost there, but not quite.
Okay.
We're at 23 audience total. So close.
So close.
So close.
How close is so close?
Well, you need
It's so close.
you need to be 24 or more, and you're
Sorry.
at 23.
Oh.
It
Ron
get
will
weird.
spend in advance to gain +1 audience. to
Oh
be-
my freaking god! Okay. I hate you so
Hell yeah,
much
dude.
right now.
Hell yeah, dude.
Which is, by the way, a thing that any of us can do if we bank our advances. We can just say,
Yeah.
"Oh, we're just gonna gain 1
Oh,
audience."
that's right. You
Yeah.
can, it's codified in the rules that you can just sit on your advances. I forgot
Yeah,
about
I
Ron's
have
been
one
sitting
sitting
at
on
3.
Death Blossom, yeah.
Yeah.
It Ron's on 3?
3?
Damn!
Well, no, he's on 2 now.
Damn it.
Okay.
Okay, so what happens when the promotion grows is that everyone resets their audience.
Okay.
All right.
Dang.
Man, god damn it!
It's heating up. This is your whole thing. Just getting constantly
This is
robbed.
literally your whole thing, Fox.
Just gonna go back down to
Denied.
just gonna go back down to 1 audience. Thanks.
Hey, if it makes you feel any better, After
No,
Dark
it does
also
not make me
still
feel
restarts
any
at
better,
1.
Jackie.
I start with okay. 1 momentum on War Master,
Oh, I
and
forgot.
none on Death Blossom because I spent it all. 'Cause I'm in the top spot,
Oh my gosh, I love that. I just checked chat.
which
and
is a
I love that
palindrome.
Amy's over here making chat emotes. I just noticed. I was like, ooh, the power. All right. Before we get into the story, like always, I just want to remind everybody that Black Lives Matter, trans rights are human rights.
I'm a fan.
Let's not forget that. It's important. And if you have a problem with that, fuck off.
Bye.
We don't want you. All right. Also, shameless plug. If you're not following us, hey, you should follow
Please
us.
help us.
because
Specifically
We're
here
trying
on
to make
Twitch. no.
affiliate.
Yeah.
Yeah, follow us on Twitch.
There's
We
a
love-
heart button somewhere around.
Yeah.
I think it's there.
Sure,
That's
like,
all you have
comment,
to
and
do.
Down
It costs
below
you
now.
nothing.
It's down below now.
smash
Down
that
there.
like button.
Yeah.
Hit the bell to
smash.
notify when we're alive.
Nah, we don't. You don't have to do that. But like, just follow us.
No,
It
we mean
costs you
like literally
nothing.
ring a bell because I gotta be honest, I could use a little cheering up right now. Okay, let's get the shit show on the road.
Let's go. All right. We open on the locker room. Vampirus stands at her locker. Death Blossom, you walk in. You haven't seen her in weeks. She doesn't look great. She looks a little tired.
Oh, I didn't know you'd Where have you been?
Hi.
It's been a while. I know we ended things on a sour note.
She like kind of turns around, shuts the locker, and kind of leans back at it, crosses her arms. Yeah.
Vampirus, what happened for the last few months? That wasn't me. That was the idea of me that you loved.
Sure.
Whatever we might have had, it was almost like a dream. I don't know if we can go back to that. I'm not the Death Blossom you knew.
It's it was a fantasy. I get it. I liked you better then.
I guess you'll just have to kill me to get your love back.
Yeah. I guess. And kind of grimaces and just walks away. This is PWN Live! And then the scene from Vancouver, Washington.
What was that? Was there wind blowing through?
Yeah, I had to shut my window, and that made me think of wind. Don't mind me.
Winds of change upon us, drifting inexorably through the cosmic winds. I play the vessel now. Suckers!
Or perhaps I'm over here. I could be anywhere. I could be in 3 places at once.
See, I don't think we made it 5 minutes. There we go.
Yeah, we're
2,
gonna do
I
that
think,
one
this time.
segment with Doink where like there's a million of them that just swarm the ring.
It's very Mortal Kombat. I love it.
And then we open on the ring with
Good evening, wrestling fans. My name is Rory Cemetery, and welcome to PWN Live. We have got some great matches tonight. The return of Vampirus to the ring. She's going to be taking on Phoenix this evening. Our second match is going to be the new tag team of Death and Rainbows taking on the tag team champs, Cash Grab. The cook, he's going to have a cooking segment tonight with Karma. See how that goes. And then Ron Steerling, that poor bastard, steps in the ring again. This time with War Master, the Governor, and Vince King in a fatal 4-way match. PWN Live. It's happening now.
I like that. That's your tagline now. PWN Live. It's happening now.
We should keep that.
We should keep that.
That's good.
Yeah, we're
That is
keeping
good.
it.
It's terrible, and it's good.
Write it down, because I'm
Write it
not keeping
down.
that in my brain. Smurf, write that down. Right.
I don't have any paper.
Okay, I'll write
You're
it
in front
down.
of a computer. Literally in front of a computer is a machine.
I'm
Okay.
writing it down. Jeez.
There's this wonderful device. It's called a keyboard. It is covered in letters.
Covered, I say.
Absolutely toe to tip, covered in letters.
And
I mean,
we
unless
move
yours
back.
has like a mouse pad like mine does.
You don't gotta be extra. Calm down.
It's just Jackie's weird about everything. We know this.
Sorry, Jackie, I love you.
We all love you. All right, we move back to the locker room, or behind the scenes, or wherever you may be. What are your characters doing right now? Not Fox first. We all know this because she get ready.
I'm standing up on one of the little. Screw you. I go first. I go first if I want to go first. I am seizing the lead because Phoenix is here and she is a new woman. I am reborn once more. She says. Once again,
right.
I have received a vision of the future, and I know what you're all thinking. Phoenix, have you been huffing paint again? And while true that I may have been, that is wholly beside the point. I just needed something to take the edge off from tonight and she's just gesticulating with her bat as though it's a baton to point with. But gathered around her are any other collection of wrestlers who wish to be around amongst the NPWs or PWs.
What is she waxing about? Because this is it'll make a difference.
I'm getting
On,
to that.
and then off.
I get that reference. Get that. She is going on at length about, well, you know what, just sit here and find out. I have received a vision of the future, and I know that this new stable of wrestlers and this new direction that the show is taking shall ultimately be our undoing. And I know what you're thinking, Phoenix, do you just mean that the show is going to be, like, canceled, or not very good, or maybe some combination of both that's very sad? No, friends, I am talking about the end of wrestling as we know it, as anyone knows it. That guy's gonna punch people into fire if we don't do something about it. So I'm inviting you to rally behind me against still the tyranny of Alistair McCormick III. That guy's still a dick. And I think he's probably part of the problem here. We need to seize PWN for ourselves. By wrestlers, for wrestlers. Thank you for your time.
Ron is in the crowd and begins applauding.
I think you've got Silver is up on a locker, just like this, kind of nodding. in their awkward, gargoyle stance.
Fair.
Ghost is kind of like, okay, I guess, sure.
Question. Did I just cut a promo or did I just break kayfabe?
Good question.
Or do
I
I
feel like
roll?
you're breaking kayfabe.
I feel like you're breaking kayfabe.
I do
Yeah.
too.
Like
Yeah.
this is
That is- I
the
mean-
gimmicks and
That's what I
I
figured.
feel like this, and it's always been like Fox's, Phoenix's thing to just completely just break kayfabe all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
She got no use for it.
Yeah.
Shoutouts to CM Punk. Alright, 5, 6, 7 plus, what is it? That's plus real?
let's reel, baby.
I haven't looked at Phoenix's stats forever.
reals.
Okay, so that's just a straight up 7. Break kayfabe. On a 7 to 9, you blur the line, gain 1 momentum, and pick one.
Ouch.
Ooh.
Let's see here.
I,
So-
I love these options.
I mean, the first one is just woo.
That's just- Well, creative books you in an embarrassing loss as punishment for going off script is just her life.
That's just Phoenix.
Yeah,
That's
it's
just-
just Phoenix.
It's
that's
nice
just
to see the
Phoenix.
game mechanics are acknowledging our own canon.
Yeah.
Losing
Truth.
Uh-huh.
heat with someone I don't know is particularly interesting. Well, maybe because I could lose heat with Ron if he's not if we're not having a feud anymore, really.
Actually, that is true. You're not really having a feud
Yeah.
with Ron anymore.
I'm gonna take 1 momentum to put me up to 3, and I'm going to the truth you reveal loses you 1 heat with someone involved. Since I'm kind of implicating everyone in all of this,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and dial down my heat with Ron to 0.
And also, like, you're calling out the new guard, and Ron's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
was the icon of the old guard. That makes sense.
I love it. Yeah. Okay. And then I think, Iconica Carmella Davis are like, yeah,
Yeah.
sister power.
Yeah. Okay.
I think War Master is there with his arm like in a sling, but it's not like a conventional sling. It's just like it's like leather straps wrapped around it. Because he's had his shoulder thrown out from last episode.
Yeah.
And he's been listening and like shaking his head. And as Iconic and Carmela Davis are like, yeah, it's like, nay, I say to thee, Phoenix, who has stepped away from this promotion, despite your journey across space and time, whatever you think you have seen, you simply fear change. Are you really so chicken-hearted that you believe that a new blood threatens your position here in PWN?
Hey, warmonger, whatever your name is, have you met her before? She's like the embodiment of change.
Not the embodiment of being burned to ashes. I have seen Phoenix's track record before. Fought many a match for years without a single victory until someone deigned to be kind enough to cede the ring to her.
Didn't you lose last week?
I will not be spoken to in such a manner. You, Ron Steerling, have made a powerful enemy on this day. I vow upon all the dark gods of chaos that I will strike you down for your insolence.
Yeah, why don't you go punch somebody into fire, you absolute friggin' maniac? Shoot. I saw you do it. I saw him do it. He punched someone into fire. Where's the weird, creepy one? Hey! Where's the creepy one? Get out here and explain this to
I
them.
feel like that was cutting a promo. I'm
Yeah.
just saying that was
Making
cutting a
random
promo.
feud for no real reason.
Yeah, I love it so much. That was
Oh,
totally
I will
cutting
say that in this locker room, you hear the sound of the motorcycle engine just blaring, and literally After Dark is half sitting on the motorcycle.
I'm gonna make Creative book me in a match, not this week, obviously.
Okay, yeah.
Against
Yeah,
Ron.
we're kind of
Just
busy.
like,
We're kind of
Listen.
booked.
Listen here,
I don't know, are we?
jackass.
After Dark will just comment, losers.
Oh my gosh, you and your losers. Oh, I forgot
You
we were
gotta
gonna
have a
make a song
tagline.
about that. Dude, we gotta do that. Ugh.
Yeah.
I actually need a helmet whenever I portray After Dark. Just
Losers.
So I think to cap that off, War Master like gets up in Ron's face. Like, it's War Master! Master, you will do well to remember this. And I swear, although we shall let the feud fire simmer underneath the very floorboards of PWN like a stew preparing to boil over, this is not over yet, Ron Steerling, and I will prove my worth to you by destroying the former head of this very promotion. Where you were once gold, I shall melt you down. And he like punches a locker and walks away.
Gold's not even a strong metal, bro.
That was the implication.
Can I just say that the down was the best thing ever? Just like, just for
I should probably go warn the goblin about him. Anyway.
Yes, Boblin the Goblin,
Boblin the Goblin.
everyone's favorite clown.
I think the camera pans to Karma, who is sitting on a bench nursing her knee, just looking at
Oh, that's
Ron,
right.
just like with this face, like.
After Dark is actually going to help Karma up and help Karma leave the locker room if Karma wants to leave.
I think she's gonna hobble over and she's gonna say, "You know what? You could be better, punk." And she's gonna spit on him.
Ooh, dang.
You have a choice to make. You don't have to make it now. But you can either be one of them. I'm gonna point to After Dark. or you can be one of us, and kind of gesture towards Phoenix.
At that point, the as I switch up, as I continue to switch everything around in this friggin' overlay, the Over Undertaker literally whoops between the two of them. Oh no, you should make that choice now, actually, because it's the choice between being a winner, big money, and being whatever. Ugh, and it's just kind of just looks at Ron like whatever that is.
Losers.
Exactly. Thank you. That's my friend over there. They haven't got, if you'll forgive me, a small pun, a chance.
I think Karma will kind of hobble on her, try to stand on her own, and she's like, I don't know, Ron. Didn't you already make the choice for me?
Actually, procced a move there that I would like to roll.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Comic relief. When you insert yourself into a tense situation, on or off camera, roll plus real.
Yep. Oh, and I need to roll for reputation because it's the first time I appear in the
Oh
episode.
yeah. Remind me of your moves because I don't remember them all. So thank you.
I have to remember sometimes too.
What's my real? My real is 1, so that's 2,
Okay,
4.
so it's a reel of 1. I just hit 7 with that. So, when I appear on camera, for a 7 and 9, there is a vocal minority that knows of After Dark's obvious track record, and I can choose one. Since I think I think another part of it is After Dark is going to also have a new mixtape that they slide into the convenient boombox that's in the locker room, and it's literally like the title of the mixtape is Losers Volume 2.
The boombox on the side of it, like in Scotch tape with Sharpie on it, says Phoenix's boombox, no mixtapes.
Yep. Yep. It just makes it even better. Slaps it in, hits play, and it's just literally a synthwave techno soundtrack that literally just has After Dark saying losers. Losers. So that's definitely gonna be me also cutting a promo with everyone.
Okay, well, real quick, my comic relief botched. To which it says, it is the absolute worst thing you could have done in that moment, gain 1 momentum. And gain 1 momentum. So, it was the absolute worst thing the Over Undertaker could have done in that moment. Interpret this as you wish, GM.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I will.
After Dark rolled a 10 on cutting a promo, so I connect with the audience, and I get to pick 2. I'm gonna gain heat with everyone in that room.
That's pretty much everybody, so whatever.
And I'm already being booked for a match, but I don't mind if After Dark gets booked into another match next time.
Okay.
After Dark needs to show that they are absolutely going to crush every opposition that exists.
So singles match then?
Either, yeah, whatever you want. It just says creative books a match.
Okay. All right. I think that Over Undertaker moves into this space and tries to be funny, and Karma literally just steps forward and just goes, whatever, you're a joke, and pushes her aside.
I stumble into a garbage can.
And just says, yeah.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh. And we'll look at Ron and go, I thought you already made that decision for me, Ron, when you cheated and pulled me out for a few weeks.
Sometimes you just have to put somebody in their place for a quick minute. Doesn't mean they can't come back.
I'll be coming back. I'll be coming back with my lawyer. This is assault.
And you just see Karma's face harden a little bit. And she just looks at the Over Undertaker and she says, fuck off, bitch.
She's already She like flinches and then runs pell-mell out of the room like, ah!
And she's gonna step forward and she's gonna be like, I didn't need to be put in a place, Ron. I just wanted to wrestle. That's all I want is to wrestle. I'm not like them. I'm not like you. I'm like her. And she points at Phoenix.
Who's actually already standing next to her? And like reaches, is like holding out a hand as if like to shake it.
And she'll kind of grab your hand.
And like,
grab her hand.
like pull her in and do the fucking like, you know, predator like, "Ruh." Like damn right you are, kid.
Because you know why I'm here? I'm here for the love of wrestling. Find it. And then she'll like step away from After Dark, step away from everybody, and she'll like be like, I'm with you, Phoenix. And then whisper like, can you help me out of here? Because we're kind of fucking.
Yeah, no, I can totally walk you. Just stick with me on this one. It's cool. Just lean up. Just keep holding my hand. And Phoenix is going to like, because again, we already established in Kenneth there's a security camera in there.
Yeah.
So Phoenix is just gonna like look up at it and do the Babe Ruth like pointing to the stands like at the camera. Just like, I see you. We're coming for you. Kind of look. And then try and help her out of the locker room just like as cool and casually and awkwardly as we can.
Yep. The Cook, Death Blossom, The Vessel. I think that's who we haven't seen yet.
The cook has been kind of sitting on a corner thinking about everything that was said, and the cook will get up and go, you know, this promotion, it's changed a lot, and I know I'm not the best voice when it comes to doing better. I'm trying to do better. I didn't start out better, but some changes still need to be made. But where we're going, this ain't it. And the cook's gonna walk out.
The vessel is going to appear next to the bull, who I assume is reading.
Yes, always.
What is he reading this time?
Or poor bull. He just wants to read in peace.
Hello, bull.
Hello, tiny weird thing.
I see that you continue to read.
Yes.
Can he be reading Metamorphosis by Kafka?
He was reading Death of a Salesman at the moment. But,
Oh,
by
okay.
Arthur Miller. But yeah.
Okay.
What has...
You're welcome, Simon. That one was for you.
That was good. That was good.
What has your reading taught you today?
That people really sometimes fall prey to the expectations or desires of their families instead of going out and giving in to their desires and wishes. And no one is happy. No one is ever happy.
Would you like to see where you are happy? Or specifically when?
I need an adult.
Shh! You took too long! You cannot have it!
Are you talking that weird time and space mumbo jumbo stuff again?
It is time and space, yes. But mumbo and jumbo, it is only occasionally. No, it is you who is weird.
Okay.
I have come with a message from another point in time. You must help the one who is golden find his way back. Only together can he and Phoenix save the PWN from sudden terror and destruction. Save him. I beg of you. No. Time begs of you. Goodbye.
When did the vessel become vaguely German?
But it's weird.
Well, he's
I'm
like
not
Matt
complaining.
Hardy, right? So,
Yeah.
whatever the hell that voice is that he does.
It makes sense.
I'm not complaining.
Delete.
Not complaining.
I think
in.
the bull's just gonna be like, okay, I guess. Go back to just reading. Okay. It's so weird.
I think since Death Blossom is like the only person we haven't heard from, I think she's just like watched all of this. Like, okay, I'm on board here. Wait, it got weird. Wait, everyone's mad. Hang on. And she's like just folds her arms. Like, I don't know from all that. Forget the gimmicks. Forget the politics. PWN is about good people coming together in celebration of wrestling. Karma's got the right of it. No matter what happens at the end of the day, we're all here to do a job. That job is to stand up to be people that everyone from Vancouver, across the United States, and across the world can look up to every week. We are somebody's hero. It's our job to be the best heroes for them that we can be. And I don't care if that's Death and Rainbow staying at the top spot for as long as possible, and we will fight tooth and nail to keep these belts. Or if it's time for the new blood to come in and show us what's going on and lead us into a better tomorrow. But however it happens, we're all in it together. We had like the light like kind of come up from behind her a little bit.
Cut that promo. Well, Kate just wants to sing, "We're all in this together." I just can't help it. It's such that moment.
Let's see if this works, because I don't have very good look. And I'm trying to pull this Captain America shit. It's a 6.
Oh no!
Just reverse camera shot, and everybody has either left or is looking the other direction or
Yeah.
busying themselves
It
with
works,
something.
Ray.
No one
It doesn't
paying
connect.
attention.
I get a momentum.
Doesn't connect. It's great. Because like a good chunk of the room already left anyway, so it kind of fits really well.
I think so. She's like, she does that, and then she's like, as the music in the background is swelling, she's like, "Now who's with me?" And it's just Iconic and Carmela Davis
Yeah.
in an empty locker room.
And they're like, "Yeah."
All right.
Since the locker room's empty now, actually, I think there's like a TV on like one of those old like AV carts, like perhaps you saw back in maybe high school, junior high, thereabouts. There's just a TV and a VCR on a big rolly cart thing, and there's just one of those sitting in the locker room, and it starts barking, and that's weird. He'll just be a moment.
Yeah.
There he goes.
And the TV on it suddenly springs to life, and the VCR turns on, and it's the blue screen, and it says like play, and then a video starts, and it pops up, and it's just the Over Undertaker. Ah, hello, and welcome to my new show. And she kind of like awkwardly gets out of the way and pulls down a curtain over a sign that's very crudely written, "The Why Death Blossom Sucks Show. On this show, I'm going to show you why she sucks. We have..." She pushes the screen out of the way, and there's like this big Wheel of Fortune style wheel behind it. "We have a variety of reasons why Death Blossom is terrible, but you know me, I like..." She's clearly reading cue cards. "I like to leave things up to chance, because The only thing that's a sure thing in this world is that a sure bet in this world is that Death Blossom sucks. Let's find out how. The wheel goes around and around, and then eventually, actually, it goes around a little too long, and she just like grabs it to stop it. Here, oh, reason number 17. She's a stuck-up bitch. Death Blossom, you're a stuck-up bitch who's no fun and doesn't realize when she's on the losing side of history. So, sorry, I'm afraid that we're gonna have to give you... she pulls out another card, like on wheels. The You Suck Death Blossom Award. You suck! And we're gonna beat your ass. Well, I'm probably not gonna beat your ass. I'm gonna get somebody who's really good at beating ass to beat ass. Bye!
Oh my god, roll to cut that fucking promo.
I want to cut a promo.
Jeez,
That
that's
changed
so
me.
Good.
Emotionally, spiritually.
Electromagnetically.
And don't forget, guys, you guys can support that show for 3 easy payments of $19.95. Shipping and
I
handling.
just love how completely
what is that plus look?
that
plus
that
look.
just like that was so good. That
That's
was
so
so good.
I'm gonna burn a moment.
That was definitely a straight to VHS show. It never.
Oh yeah, the tracking was terrible.
Yeah, oh,
It
It's
just kinda
very
goes,
bad.
so much.
Yeah.
That just is so reminiscent of Chris Jericho Edge moments that I just loved every part of it. I couldn't even.
I got a 7 to 9. You have their attention. Pick one. I'm going to choose to gain +1 heat with the subject of my promotion.
I love it.
Yeah,
just-
baby.
Yeah, get that
Build
heat.
There we go. Get that heat up
Heat.
before. Let's get this
Heat that
feud
heat.
going.
All right. Right before we go into the match, I'm gonna head to Ron is gonna do a commercial for merch.
Commercial.
I want to see this so bad right now.
Do you want to be a part of the system? Do you want to support Alistair McCormick III? Do you want to drape yourself in merchandise with the names of your favorite wrestlers? If you can even call themselves that. Then head to PWNshop.com. Buy the Warmonger's new shirt. Buy the vessel's little clock. Buy whatever you want. It doesn't make a difference. We're taking him down. PWNshop.com / Ron Steerling. Because I still get a cut.
Ow!
Oh, Sad Ron is good.
Oh god, it's so good.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Oh, I knew it was gonna be good, but
Gotta pay them bills, baby.
Yep.
we go to the ring. Oh, behind the
Sadly,
announce table.
I just checked on that URL and it is not currently available.
I know. I've
Aw.
checked it too. It makes me sad every time.
Just had to check my registrar real quick.
Behind the announce table are Ramiro, Radioso, and Johnny Wong.
Welcome back, wrestling fans, to another beautiful day in sunny Vancouver. It's time once again for PWN Live. We're coming to you with an incredible first match right off the bat. Phoenix, freshly returned from beyond space and time on a journey of personal self-discovery, the likeness of which has never been seen outside of this average great American novel. Bringing into the ring special manager, the Vessel, spiritual guide, in a new match against Vampirus, who we have not seen for some time, Johnny. Vampirus has been out of the loop for a very long time, perhaps lying in a crypt somewhere underneath the old ruins beneath PWN. Unclear what exactly is happening, but regardless, her torpor has now ended. Her blood potency is returning to her, and she's ready to get back in the ring and show everyone what she's made of.
Indeed, and I fear that Vampires is extremely starved for Vitae, and that in the end, that we may see a possible blood frenzy.
Well, one way or another, the people are going to love it. They're going to love seeing that the blood fury come out. That's what we're all here for. It's just some incredible wrestling here from across space and time to this very mortal coil. So let's see what we got.
I need to use celerity and leave.
You can leave and then come back, and then leave and then come back, and then leave and then come back.
I'm going to use Auspex to see through this joke for the farce it is.
God.
Our first
I actually
match
know what
is
this stuff
scheduled
is
for
now.
one fall. Introducing first, hailing from Austin, Texas, weighing in at 140 pounds, Phoenix.
And Phoenix, like there's a burst of pyro up the little ramp, and then when it gets to the end, like after the last burst of pyro hits, she's just like there on the other side of the flames. You know, and she holds up the bat. Actually, I guess the bat is now her thing. Her super at this point like fucked up. In fact, like if anybody who's ever seen I forgot the name of that anime about Little Slugger. Shit, it's killing me now. But anyway. It's like a fucking curved shape. This bat has been beat all to hell and back, and she's like coming down, and like swoops it through some of the fire, and the bat catches on fire, and she's just like swinging that above her head as she makes her way down to the ring. And then like, what do I do with a flaming bat at that point? And tosses it into the crowd.
No.
No,
Vessel will take the flaming bat.
Oh yeah. Which she goes and like hands it to the Vessel, and then like takes 2 steps and stops and like looks back, like, wait, hold the phone. What are you doing here?
I am here to be at your side.
Why?
That was Christopher Walken.
Why do you sound like Christopher Walken? What is? You know what? You are weird. You're weird. Just like don't touch anything, don't break anything, don't eat anyone, don't travel through space and time beyond what you're normally supposed to do because the planet's spinning and moving. Just chill for 20 seconds, okay? I know you know how long 20 seconds is.
The head trick is so good.
I'm gonna go to the ring. I'm gonna go to the ring. And Phoenix awkwardly kind of like just shakes her head and like climbs up and gets in the ring.
Gotta say, every time I see that pyro, it really blows me away, and the crowd pops for it too. They love to see it. They love to see her champion coming back into the ring after so many weeks away. Phoenix seems to be no worse for the wear from her experience outside of our current timeline, at least. We'll see if she's learned any fun new tricks. What do you think, Johnny?
I think it will be a very fascinating bout. If not, we might see the complete destabilization of the time-space continuum.
That's right. Well, hopefully a time paradox isn't in the cards, because here comes Vampirus.
And introducing next, hailing from the unknown, weighing in at 165 pounds, Vampirus!
And as always, everything goes dark. The smoke pours in.
It's dark except for a flaming bat that's ringside.
Yeah, it's just a flaming bat that the vessel's holding. Fucking weird. And then there's a bat that flies in and on the stage, and then a spotlight, and Vampirus is just there. And she stands and looks at everyone. In her full-on black outfit, for those who don't remember, the drapey wings, the stiletto heels, the black mask, the red lip, very pale. The swoop kind of thing she does as she comes down the aisle. Well, the walkway, I guess. She moves. enters the ring, stands there. When you look at her, Phoenix, she has red eyes.
Okay.
She hasn't had red eyes before.
Here she comes, Vampirus, the original Scream Queen, descending from the heavens and the night sky to bring terror into the ring at PWN. Looks like she's got some sort of change. Something's happened to her. Something's not right here. Looks like Vampirus has these red eyes that previously were not part of her look. One wonders what dark pacts she may have signed to come back to us here tonight.
Indeed, or rather, perhaps what she consumed during the time of her torpor.
That's right. We'll see what blood is running through those veins. Hopefully it's not going to be Phoenix's, but maybe it is. Phoenix obviously looking to burn away that bat and drive away the darkness of the night. We'll see if that bat can be her bat in the dark, illuminating the way for everyone else. But regardless, we're certainly looking at one hell of a match here.
Indeed.
I actually, real quick, like wave over the referee. I'm pointing between the referee and Vampirus. She's been cleared to fight this whole situation here. Okay, because let me tell you, and kind of just then turns away from the two of them to sort of address the crowd. Because let me tell you, this kind of, as I fiddle with volumes, this whole situation. Oh, this has got somebody's stink all over it. See, now I came here to wrestle, Vampirus. I know you've had a fine career with your whole tag team thing. I did tag team once too. It was adorable. I've moved on. Seeing you here alone today, that's great and all. I'm glad you're a big enough girl to fight your own battles. But I wonder if that's actually what's going on here, because, like, what is this all about? What's this nonsense? Are we gonna wrestle, or are we gonna engage in diablerie or some nonsense? It's one of the things I heard Ridioso saying earlier. I assume it's a vampire thing.
You have executed a sick man!
Thank you.
Gonna hold
You be
out
quiet.
her hand. Just gonna hold out her hand. For the mic.
Oh.
Vampirus asking for the mic after those strong words from Phoenix.
My child. Because that is what you are. I am more than enough to wrestle on my own, as I have proven in this promotion and others. If you had only done some research and paid attention. But that, my dear, is hard for you to do, because you don't pay attention to anything but your own self. Let me show you, my dear, that you are not the only thing in this world that matters.
I'm gonna get it right up in her face so that we're both over the microphone. And say, oh, I've played fuck.
Take your time.
I have paid plenty of attention, and you're gonna be paying even more attention when the only bat in this ring is the one I shove up your ass. And I shove her backwards.
Bell rings, you have control.
Oh, there it goes. The right
There's
off
the bell.
bat, the trademark disrespect from Phoenix. And there's the bell. I guess the match is happening right now. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, and after the shove, Phoenix just kind of continues that momentum forward, stomping forward, to lock up with Vampirus is who I'm fighting. And I kind of just grab her, and then it's just very quickly into just a basic boom hip toss, throwing her to the ground. And as she hits the floor, immediately grabbing the back of her outfit and running her up and just head first, boom, into the turnbuckle. boom into the turnbuckle a second time, and then kicking into like her midsection, like after that second slam. At which point, like she just grabs me and drags me down to the mat.
Okay. Roll that wrestle.
I am gonna wrestle.
Roll that wrestle work move. That's what
I will roll plus work. Just as soon as I get my character sheet up. Because I don't remember how to do a role playing. That's my other character. There we go. Alright, that's God, brain, help me here. 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 2 is 11.
Yep. Take that whole momentum and you continue to have control. It looks good.
So, okay, I kind of want to actually cede control here is the thing, because I want to know what's up with her weird red eyes, and whether or not I should be working them into the narrative. So, I'm going to take my momentum, but even though I rolled an 11, I'm going to go ahead. I'll say, like, yeah, she, like, pulls me to the ground and, like, rolls up on top of me and just starts, like, wailing on me. But I'm close enough to the rope that I've just put my foot up on that, we rope break, and the ref comes over to pull us apart, and that's where I'll hand over control.
Okay, So, she, trying to just mainly gets you in position. I think she'd be more holding you down than wailing on you. She's not much of a fighter, in that style. That's more Death Blossom's thing. But she would be, pushing you down and, like, kind of digging her nails into you.
Ah, okay.
And then, she's gonna get annoyed, and then she's gonna move, and she moves preternaturally fast, once she gets up. Before you realize it, she is on top of the ropes, and she's bouncing from one side of the ring to another, and then she jumps up, does a 360, and just does a full crossbody into a splash right on top of you. Grabs you, picks you up, stands you in the middle, and gets back onto the rope, comes down and pulls you into a full DDT, and stands up and sticks her stiletto right on your chest as if to pin you. I think it's the pin that starts, and you push up out of it. It's like that 1-2 count, and you're like, nah, and get up out of it. You kip up, and I think I'll hand back control to you, but she's very, very fast.
Jumping Jehoshaphat, the claws are out, and they're digging into Phoenix, but Vampirus doesn't seem interested in maintaining that. She's up on the rope. No, she's on the other turn. She's gone. By God, Johnny, I can barely keep track of what's going on here as she's flipping around these incredible athletics from Vampirus, which previously we have absolutely never seen the likes of here in PWN, and certainly not from Vampirus.
I agree, and this is very troubling, and it may spell doom for Phoenix.
I think, like, as I get up, like, I kind of, like, she's got her, like, leg on my chest, so I just sort of, like, wrench it to the side, and I, like, try to come up with, like, an uppercut, and she's just kind of not there, and I just, like, sort of stumble forward, and she's, like, just behind me, and I go to turn to, like, swing at her, and again, she's just gone, and it's just this moment of, like, every time I go to, like, make a strike, she's just not there. At one point, I just, like, like, try to, like, bear hug her, and there's nothing, and I think she, like, grabs me by the hair and pulls me back, and it's just, like, brings her knee up into my back, just boom, and I go stumbling forward, like, onto the ropes, and I think she's still a high flyer, though, some, like...
Yeah.
Totally. And I think, like, I kind of, as she hits me and I stumble forward and I kind of, like, flump onto the ropes, she comes over, and the turnbuckle is basically to my left, and she, like, grabs my head with both of her hands, and, like, steps up, like, jumps up to kind of push off the middle of the turnbuckle, like, that second turnbuckly part, and just, like, with my head with her, like, jumps off and, like, grabs and slams my head, like, just wham into the ground, and I go like reeling across the canvas.
You can roll either heat for that or work for that, whichever you prefer.
Ooh, I don't think I have any heat with her, do I? I don't. Oh no.
No.
But that was exciting. Sure, I'll roll plus heat. Why not? 7, 8. That is an 8. I'm gonna retain narrative control actually, because I don't really need the momentum right now. So, I kind of roll around, and I think she like takes a minute to kind of like slowly, like that Terminator walk, like stalk after me. This like spooky, like her eyes just like.
Oh yeah, they like flare. They flare that
Oh,
red.
okay.
Yeah.
Cool. As she's just like staring this awful like super intense vampire like. And I'm kind of like I slowly start scrambling to my feet. I'm kind of hobbling a little bit. I'm shaking my head clear and shaking my head clear. And like I think she just like gets like right behind me and just is kind of like looming and doesn't do anything as I sit there. It's like huh? And okay, is it completely outside of her character to just vampire bite my ass?
Nah.
Okay, because that's what she does. It's just like ha. And like I kind of go like limp, and she grabs me and throws me out of the ring between the middle two ropes, just like
I love it.
right through the two of them, and I just completely like ragdoll out of the ring.
Phoenix hanging on, but no,
Yeah,
there comes
roll
the
heat
bite.
for that one.
Okay.
But you can keep talking.
Oh, I want to see what the results are.
It is an 8. I'm going to, in this case, take the momentum and seed control.
The teeth are out, and my God, Vampirus is not showing any sign of letting up. Just an incredible assault on Phoenix, barely trying to keep it together. There she goes, flying out of the ring. It's unbelievable what we're seeing here. Just an incredible boost in strength, agility, endurance. Vampirus seems to have the absolute upper edge. Phoenix has very little chance of turning this one around, and no assistance from the supposed person who was able to guide her on her previous journey, the Vessel.
So the Vessel will come up next to Phoenix with the flaming bat in hand. I have seen this outcome.
Mom?
In this instance, you lose the majority of the time.
Dad?
However, listen to me!
Hey, Fluffy. What's up?
If you blow on the flames, they will get larger.
On flames. Okay.
Bait her!
Here.
Bait her into cheating, and you will win.
I think I need a... Okay. I think I need a cookie or something. I feel a little lightheaded. Oh.
I knew this would happen. Here is an orange.
An orange? What the?
Yeah, it's, soccer practice.
I know.
Yeah, it's soccer practice.
Weird.
I was gonna say, is it a clementine, not an orange? Are you sure it's an orange?
Just a whole
the-
orange.
What the hell is wrong with you? I toss the orange aside, like turn to climb back up into the ring.
I think that at this moment, by this point, Vampirus has gotten out of the ring and has been grabbing you, pulling you back in, just looking at the tiny man like, what is wrong with you? I think she puts her hand out and pushes at you. She doesn't touch you, the Vessel, but it pushes you backwards. Yeah, like...
Do
whew.
that! I will take you to see your future, and you will not like it.
I'm not scared of you, tiny weird man! Thing! Person!
You are scared of yourself.
We'll pull Phoenix back into the ring.
Well,
And-
the vessel has bequeathed Fox with a flaming bat and also a very healthy orange. Not sliced, unfortunately.
No, he's still holding the bat.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase that.
And she is going to stand Phoenix up in the middle of the ring. I'm going to tell you at this moment that she is booked to win
She is.
because you did pick that, so you know that's the way it goes.
Oh,
The way
did
the cookie
I?
crumbles. Yeah,
I
because you know
super don't remember.
you picked that you're booked to lose.
Oh, I did
Yeah.
the thing because the run in.
Yeah.
Because the
Yeah,
run
yeah.
in.
But so she's setting you up for her finisher, the Crimson Veil, that she's about to hit. Are you gonna do something?
I'm looking at my options just very quickly.
Give the momentum to cheat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you have the momentum to
I don't
cheat?
think Phoenix is a heel.
She's not, but she has the move that lets her use both face and heel moves.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
right.
She can do both. God, what's her finisher look like? Like, what's the
Crimson
setup
Veil?
for it?
She's standing up in the middle of the ring. She's gonna come at you, do a running DDT.
Okay,
Ooh.
so she just needs to be standing in the middle of the ring then.
Yeah.
I think as I'm being like yanked back into the ring, I managed to. Yeah, I'm gonna spend a momentum to interrupt here. So let's go down to 4. Let's go down to 4. Boop. In order to like, I wrench the flaming bat out of the vessel's hands, and I just like point it at her. Cause she's a vampire, so I figured maybe that provokes a
Yeah, it will.
response. And I'm just like doing this while I like hold my hand, like, oh god, you bit me, you absolute freaking weirdo. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you people? Why does nobody just wrestle anymore? Back, and I'm just kind of like trying to force her back to a corner.
What, are you scared to actually wrestle me? She's like, you're scared to actually wrestle? Because that's what I've been doing here. Wrestling.
You bit me
You're holding me up with a fire bat.
because you bit me. Okay. No, I saw that move. You stay right there. You stay right there. You stay right there. And I
So
drop the
cheat,
bat,
you're going to
run in to
cheat?
punch her.
Cheater.
She bit me. No, I just
Yeah.
interrupted. I just
Yeah.
spent the one momentum just to interrupt.
I love it,
To absolutely. Actually, hang on. No, wait. I am going to spend 2 momentum here. As part of the face move to stand up for what I believe in.
Mm-hmm.
To gain 1 heat with my opponent.
I love it.
You bit me.
You bit me.
It's like there's an argument in the ring about the ethics of what's happening right now.
Yes, and Phoenix is now wielding a flaming bat as if to deter the obvious vampiric nature of Vampirus. This has turned into quite the event. It is no longer wrestling, and it has now become a odd exorcism battle.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But in Phoenix's defense, she did bite her.
This is true. Let us hope that Phoenix doesn't turn.
Oh my god. That's not how that works.
Oh no.
We know it doesn't.
That's not how that works. But anyway.
Depends on the
wrestling-
canon that we're talking about.
Wrestling doesn't
canon-
know that.
The canon in PWN, that's not how that works.
Aw, come on. Wrestling doesn't know that. I could be a vampire. Why not?
Nah.
That's true. I'm already a Firebird. But I think that, yeah, then I immediately then cede control to Vampirus at that point. After like I throw the bat down and like I go to make a move on her.
Yeah, I think that you're successful in that you get a couple punches in. But then she just screeches really loud and comes straight at you with a running Hurricane Rana. Gets one in, gets you to the ground, kind of like kicks the bat out of the way. So it's on the other side of the ring. Gets you standing up, it goes in for her finisher again. You want to wrestle? I'll show you wrestling. Just like,
Oh yeah, like I'm not gonna spend any more momentum to interrupt that. That's fine.
okay. And she's gonna go in for the running. So what is it? Oh yeah, it's What I
It's like
call
a,
it.
Crimson
a running
Veil.
DDT.
Yeah,
Yep.
the running DDT.
And there it comes, the Crimson Veil.
So she goes in for a running DDT. And then she kind of comes down after that onto your face.
Oof.
And she goes in for the pin. Where she goes in as if she's going to bite but doesn't actually bite. And then it's the 1, 2, 3.
And there's the bell. Vampirus executing an absolutely fantastic display of the Crimson Veil, that just slamming Phoenix down to the ground and possibly going in for the bite. It's unclear. We can't see. The angle is pretty terrible here. We'll have to go back to the replay for it.
I think that she'll lean in real close to Phoenix's ear. Most people won't hear this, but she'll be like, but you know, if you want it later, I can make that happen. Push up. The stiletto on the chest that she always does when she finishes her move.
Steppy.
Steppy. She's very steppy.
Some girls are into that.
Emoji.
The vessel will slide in the ring and help Phoenix to her feet.
As soon as she's at her feet, I grab the vessel, but what the hell does the vessel wear? Because I was about to say I was going to grab the vessel's shirt, but I have no idea what you're wearing.
He wears like a long, like purple and gold and silver trench coat type thing that's sleeveless.
Of course. All right. So I grab like the lapels, the collar of that of their coat, and just kind of like actually with this with one hand, because the other hand's like still holding my neck. It's like I win and lose on my own terms. Ugh.
Well, before Vampirus leaves, she's like, I mean, would you like some help with that?
What? With
No.
what? Where? Who? What?
Would you like some help with that?
You are always going to lose. I don't know why this is so.
Why are you German now? Get out of here, you weird little person!
No, I will stay. Listen. There was only one scenario where you were going to win.
I don't have
You
time.
did not do the scenario.
I don't have time
seen
for you,
it.
Vessel.
I've seen it all.
We've got no time for this.
But like, Vampirus will like literally
And-
put her hand
and-
on your shoulder.
Yeah, and Phoenix will like slap it away. It's like, I don't know what's up with you. I don't know what Alistair has done here. I don't know what weird conspiracy is going on. I don't know if you've got like an extra soul or no soul or what your soul status is at this point. All of you stay away from me. I have a revolution to lead. Ugh. And
Your
like
loss.
she'll
Your
just
loss,
like
and then she'll leave.
make her I just make my way out the other side of the ring. It's scooping up my bat as I go.
The vessel is going to grab a microphone.
Yeah, I assume this is
As-
going to
as they
happen.
leave.
Oh, absolutely.
Are you using your move, or are you just grabbing a microphone?
Uh,
I don't know. You could tell me either way. I just wanted to know.
Yeah, I'll use my move, Showstopper.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
Once per episode, you can appear in any segment and turn it into something about you.
Love it. I love this
Oh.
move so much.
After that, I have a move that may have just happened, but you need
Okay.
to do yours first before I can know.
I have shown the one called Phoenix, wrestling past, present, and future. What she does from here will be of her own choice and free will. However, not everyone here should get to use their own free will. I am talking to you, Johnny Wong! You are making exceptional financial mistakes, which the repercussions you will never recover from.
I think he's not wrong.
Johnny, he's talking to you. By God.
I guess that explains the investments I had about those beach homes in Santa Barbara.
Oh, honey.
Johnny, you must stop. You must no longer make financial choices on behalf of you and your family. I have seen your future. You are imprisoned for embezzling to save your own ass. And it cannot be saved. You must stop. You must get out of the mortgage on your house. 36.5% is outrageous. I ask you, please, let me help you. I will take you on the journey of financial past, present, and future.
Ramiro, it seems I must be educated about my financial past, present, and potential future.
Honey, you don't have to go. You know that, right? He's just a time traveling visionary. All that astrology stuff. Who knows how much stock he can actually put in it? But if you, Johnny, if you feel that this is right for you, I've had my reservations, Lord knows, about the decisions you've made, but by God, you're in charge of your own life and you can dig your own grave if you want. But if you need to go on this journey of self-discovery, then I support you.
I think that at this moment, there's a hand on Johnny's shoulder. And it's Larissa.
Oh.
And she's like, Johnny,
Larissa?
you don't need to go on a journey to realize you've been a complete and utter moron.
But
I
it's
should
more
probably-
fun!
Well, to be fair, I should probably have hired that CPA, and I chose not to.
Yeah, so, let's just take care of this here and now.
Yeah. Well, I will return back for the final segment of tonight. So yes, hopefully the CPA I hire will certainly absolve my issues and probably give me better refinancing options.
And she's gonna look up at the vessel. Thank you.
You're welcome, my lady.
We will make sure that he takes care of his, questionable finances. And she just shakes her head.
Then I shall be going. And
And she just pats Ramiro on the shoulder.
The vessel takes like a small ball and throws it down on the ground in front of him. It bursts into smoke and he disappears.
There you have it. Just an incredible match between Phoenix and Vampirus. This is the kind of thing you're only going to find on PWN. Hard-hitting wrestling action and hard-won economic lessons. Stay tuned for more incredible financial advice given to you at no charge, but potentially with the ability to open up for a reasonable fee. Our consultants are standing by on the line in a new promotion that we're willing to open up. And we will see you back in the ring very soon.
AOL keyword, PWN Finance.
So, I have a move called Are You Not Entertained, which triggers when you suffer an injury, endure humiliation, or go down in the face of overwhelming odds.
Yeah.
You think it applies here?
Sure.
Because I'm okay.
A very overly empowered vampires. Yes,
Vampire.
that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. And I mean,
Vampire.
arguably I was injured, but I wasn't mechanically injured, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still humiliation.
Yeah. Roll
Yeah.
plus
Mhm.
real. It was my real. My real is 0. That's an 11. That'll do. On a 10 plus, gain 1 momentum and pick one. Do I want a revenge match or do I want more heat? Oh wait, no, I want an audience. Never mind. That's what I want.
Yeah. Get that
Mhm.
audience.
Start climbing my way back up that ladder.
Get that sweet, sweet audience.
Go back up to 2.
Mhm.
And 1 momentum.
We are back in the locker room or behind the scenes or wherever Cash Grab is at this exact moment.
Where are we? I'm fixing the overlay.
Probably the garage because
Okay, yeah, the parking lot.
because you know After Dark always fine tuning their motorcycle.
Ratchet. There we go. I don't like this new door. The Undertaker is like pacing, and you just hear like over the like ratchet noise. You just hear clop, 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 pause, clop, 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 and she's pacing back and forth in the background, and her sunglasses and her enormous, obnoxious pink leopard print coat, and her enormous heels. I don't like this. I don't like this direction things are going. They're getting too organized. We have to put a stop to this. We have to make sure that everything goes according to plan. And then, like, she goes over and, like, slaps her hands down on top of the bike to, like, lean over, like, awkwardly to talk to After Dark. We have to make sure that the buyout happens. We have to crush this place. Do you have, and again, like, starts, and then, like, when no response comes, grabs After Dark's shoulder, and do you have any idea how much money is riding on this?
I think at this moment is the moment that Alistair walks in.
I owe too much money to people named Tony After Dark for this to fall through.
What?
Hi, Mr. McCormick, number 3. Yes, hello. What can I do? What can I do for you?
This is what you can do for me. Win tonight. That's what you can do for me.
Sure. Okay. Make it happen. No problem. Mr. Boss Man, Mr. Guy in Charge, Mr. Man with the Plan, Mr.
Because if you don't, you're out. I'll keep this one. They're useful. But you're out.
Well, maybe we could talk about this for a little bit. I feel like you're throwing away a golden opportunity here. You know, I've got a line on, you are not interested, are you? Okay. Win tonight. No problem.
I want results.
Make it happen. Results. I am nothing if not a results. I've got a system. I can guarantee results.
That's what you told me.
50% of the time. It works every time.
After Dark's gonna climb out, kind of just hang over by the bike. I will crush them.
See, it's my tag team partner. It's the best tag team money can buy.
Yeah. Prove yourself. Because right now, what you are to me is a liability.
That's a very... Okay. It's a big word. Letters.
I know you know what it means.
Make it happen, boss. No problem.
Perfect. Pleasure doing business with you.
Oh, as always, yes. Mr. McCormick III, sir. Yes, absolutely. Wonderful. Fantastic
we'll
times.
just walk away with
Yes.
this, like...
Bye-bye now. And it's like, as soon as he's around the corner, she just, like, snaps back around. It's like, After Dark. Okay. Plan B. How many more of you are there?
The answer to that is 27.
Russell just shows up.
He is correct.
My head just sinks. What do you want, you super freak?
I have come to ask a question which my travels have not been able to tell me the answer to.
What do you want?
Why are you doing this?
For the money. Of course. Why would anyone do anything?
For the passion. For
I have a passion.
the love.
For dollar bills. Hey, wait a second. You're a time traveler, right? You can see the future.
I can, yes, it is
Listen.
a responsibility that I hold very close to my heart.
There are some horse races that I can get you such a return on. You're really squandering this opportunity. And she, like, sling her arm around their shoulders. What we need to be doing, we need to be talking about. And
No,
just-
that is the 7th rule of time travel. No sports bets.
Stupid movie. Ugh. Fine. And she, like, push the vessel with, ugh, fine, then you're useless. You're just as useless as I thought you would be. Now get out of here. Go on, get, shoo, shoo. You're like some kind of spooky human cockroach.
It's Sparkroach. And he runs off.
I love the vessel. I love the vessel so much.
I think that's a good place to move back to the ring. Holy crap, that was good though. Spock Roach.
That was fantastic.
And behind the announce table are Rory Cemetery and Larissa. Because everybody else in this match.
Wow, what a crazy, crazy first part of PWN Live here. What do you think, Larissa?
You know what, Rory, I've been actually pleasantly surprised because I thought that this evening was going to suck. And so far it hasn't.
Wow, big words from, somebody that is financially invested in how the show does. Anyway, our next match here is between Death and Rainbows and Cash Grab. What do you think of the match?
I am excited to see the rematch because I was frankly disappointed with the outcome of last week's match. I just felt it was, not as exciting as it could have been. And I'm excited to see that some people can't run away this week. Because one of our people likes to run away. I don't know if you've noticed this, Rory, but...
I have noticed the Over Undertaker's desire to not participate in the match, which makes for a boring match, as you said.
Yeah, I'm excited to see her actually have to wrestle tonight.
I'm your crony. Why are you burning me so hard?
Because she has to. It's her job. She can't actually be seen to like you.
I
Because
know.
that would throw it off.
I know.
Are Death and Rainbows coming in individually, or...
I don't think we have a song for them. I could just play the... I don't know.
I should come up with a song.
Yeah.
We can just
And
pick...
then...
I was gonna say, we just play one of them and just have them come in together.
We'll just play Death Blossom song. We'll just have them come in as Death and Rainbows.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is
Make a
a
note.
lumberjack match, correct?
Yes, it's a lumberjack match. So I think filing out now is the entire stable before the challengers even come. Filing out, and so I think that Larissa's like, and what's exciting tonight is that we have the entire stable out here on the floor. Filing out now, everybody is going to make sure that none of our challengers can run away from this match. I'm really excited.
Oh yeah. Actually, all the other exits are blocked by one of the exits is blocked by the cook's food truck.
Yeah, I love
and
it.
and the cook has his cast iron pans ready to go to knock anyone back into the ring.
I love it. Yeah, and you've got everyone else just around the ring, like you've got Diesel and the Bull and the Governor, Vince King. I mean, you've just got everybody. I could go through the list if you want, but I don't think we need to do that.
Phoenix is standing next to wherever Karma is.
Yeah, Karma's there, like with a knee brace on, not next to Ron.
Yeah.
Just want that to be known.
They are. They're firing off fireworks. It is 3 in the afternoon. Cut it out. Assholes.
And then, do you want me to play? Which song do you want me to play for Cash Grab? Since we don't have a song for the both of you yet.
Probably Over Undertaker's is fine.
Okay, cool, perfect.
After Dark's
I mean,
is definitely cooler. Mine is more sleazy.
I mean, whichever. I feel like Over Undertaker just makes more sense considering that After Dark is more of
The Merc.
the raw muscle and
Yeah,
destruction.
that makes sense. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Our next match is scheduled for one fall and is a lumberjack match. If wrestlers go outside of the ring, the rest of the PWN stable will throw them back into the ring so that the entertainment continues. Introducing first, the team of Death Blossom, Carmella Davis, and Iconique death, and rainbows.
So we come out all together this time in the matching Letterman jackets. So we're providing a unified front now. So it's like, looks like the track jacket, but it's like black leather. It's got on the back the giant unicorn skull with the rainbow mane flowing behind it. Maybe some sparkles. Or
Which
something
I've
like
been
that.
working on, y'all. I just want you to know.
I believe
it's
you.
Gonna happen.
Maybe a little Calavera like design
Yeah.
on the face of the skull.
I love it.
So we're getting everybody's design up in here. So I think they come out like as a unified front, like Death Blossom's in the front with the belts over her shoulders, flanked by Akane and Carmela Davis. They come out like arms locked, and we're trying to do this like superhero squad thing. So when we get out to the front, we just like stop, pose, like, yeah, we know. Like, wave at the crowd. Death Blossom puts the belts like on a hanger
Yeah.
that are available. They walk in, and then each of them takes off their jackets at the same time, and puts them on like a little corner of the ring, and then climbs in.
I love it.
I think we're also doing like team merch as well. So maybe
you
instead
have-
of the
Yeah.
it's the t-shirts
The Death
with
and
the same
Rainbows
logo on the
t-shirt.
chest.
Yeah, I love it.
In addition to whatever we'd be wearing normally.
Yeah.
The skirts or the pants or whatever.
Yeah, so you just have it over. You just have the T-shirt over your normal outfits.
Right.
That's probably what would happen. Yeah, I love it.
Maybe they're cut into crop tops.
Yes,
we're
crop
punk.
tops. I love it.
Yeah.
And introducing next, their opponents. Said that weird. Opponents. The team of
Opponents.
the Over Undertaker and After Dark. They are Cash Grab.
Love that name so much.
Again, the sign's just flashing like MONEY, 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 money.
Yep.
Dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar sign.
Motorcycle rolls in with After Dark. I'm assuming Over Undertaker is sitting on the.
I'm
the
sitting
back.
side saddle on the back of it.
Yep. Rolling right in. Does a quick one round around the ring.
It goes
before parking
around
it.
the stable that is around the ring.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
So it's just like, and you just hear, and you just see, After Dark just kind of, with the weird helmet just staring down at everyone in the stable.
Oh, they're staring them right back.
Yep.
Meanwhile, the Over Undertaker is sitting there going like, I've got 10 to 1, I've got 10 to 1. We got any takers? Any takers tonight? She's like trying to get the stable to bet on the match. Just like, huh? It's you, yeah.
I'm trying to think. Oh, Vince King will take the bet.
Yes. For who to win?
I think we take the bet for you to win. 'Cause he
Yeah,
is
that's
super
right.
bag.
That's right, Vince King. All right, of course, because why would he ever bet on?
Lesbians?
Yes, yeah. Not to put too fine a point on it. Why would he ever bet on lesbian, folks? Why would you ever bet on a lesbian?
I would.
And then obviously park the bike and get off and just get onto the ring.
Just get on the ring.
And then yeah, like I will shed my obnoxious pink coat, and like toss it onto the back of the bike and sashay up into the ring.
Did anyone want to talk before this fight, or am I ringing the bell?
I think we've said our piece.
Okay, just making sure.
I feel I've made it very clear via VHS cassette
Yeah, no, that
exactly
was
how I
good.
feel
Why Death
about
Blossom
Death Blossom.
sucks. Are you fighting with Iconic, or okay? So who's fighting this? Iconic Carmela Davis, you and one of them.
Is the music still playing for the people?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I hit the wrong thing. Sorry, my bad. There we go.
There we go. Thank you.
There it is. Let's say it's Iconic and Carmella Davis are in the ring first.
Okay. Okay, they're the ones fighting tonight, and do you want to call the match, or do you want me to for your team?
I'll call what they're doing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
I'm going to assume After Dark will be first.
Oh, unless forced by some outside interference, the Undertaker will just automatically sit on the outside of the ropes. And if you look at her, she'll, like, push you into the ring.
I think that we'll start with the champions having control of the match.
Oh,
Wait.
okay, that'll be...
That'd be the y'all.
Yeah, that's what I said. We Yeah, we are still the tag team.
I forgot we still hold the title.
We are the tag team champions. Somehow.
Oh, jeez. Here we go. All right. So, who's in the ring first? Out of between Carmella Davis and Iconic.
Let's say it's Carmella Davis first.
Okay. So I'm gonna have it. I would say probably what's gonna happen is After Dark is actually just standing perfectly still, while Carmella just starts bull rushing straight in, and I want to say probably Carmella's probably gonna try to do some pretty. I want to say like bounce off the rope and try to do like a missile kick straight at After Dark, and we're gonna see how well that goes. So I'm thinking probably work in this one.
Mm-hmm.
Carmella's like more of a technical wrestler, isn't she?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sending you who I based them on, so you can.
Oh,
look them
sweet.
up. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so I rolled an 8. So I'll say that for the moment, the missile kick lands, and there's a moment where, so it lands, and then Carmella just quickly tries to do a short, quick pin, but After Dark breaks out, and they're back at it again, and I'll see control and get one momentum and give it to Simon.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so with that opening up, Carmella Davis, I think, goes like, all right, and she's looks at everyone around on the outside like, can't run forever. Let's bring this thing to an early end. She walks up and like goes for like a swing, maybe like to try and fake out After Dark for like, oh, I'm gonna punch you, and instead uses that momentum to like readjust into a grab, and then does locks up into the, what is it, a kick out DDT.
Okay.
Like you've got them locked here, and then she swings her leg back, and then bam,
Yeah.
knocks After Dark's leg out, and then just the bam, slam into the back.
Yeah. Roll that work.
Let's work.
Yeah.
Whose stats am I using?
I would say probably like just roll Death Blossom stats.
Yeah,
because
so
it's
Death
still-
Blossom's
yeah.
like kind of calling out like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
tactics.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like, go
It's
for the
gonna
swing.
be the easiest way to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa, Snake Eyes.
Oh no.
Oh.
That's a good opener. That's good. I have no momentum.
Yeah.
I
and-
think
Oh
that
no, I have
could,
I have one momentum from the
Okay.
earlier move,
I
which
think
is
that-
fine.
Yeah.
I think that Larissa would put you over.
Okay.
I would say because yeah, that's her gig. Oh look at wow, After just coming full force, but look at Carmella Davis really getting in there technically, showing her strength, her stamina, her ability. I would say, Rory, that Carmella is one of the best technical wrestlers that I have seen come up in the ranks.
She's
Ever.
really an underrated technical wrestler. Really doesn't get a lot of the talking, much of the spotlight, which is really undeserved. I think she's a great, fantastic technical wrestler. Perhaps one of the best we have here in the PWN.
Yeah, Yeah, I love it when she gets to showcase that, like she did just now.
Sweet. So she's like, okay. She knows it's a little sloppy,
Yeah.
but she leaves After Dark on the ground, springs right up, like kips right up, and there's just that kind of like, I'm gonna walk around you, and like kind of look back at the crowd, like, is this it? Come on. So she's gonna take the momentum and give control back
I
to
like it.
Cash Grab.
Okay. All right. You want to take over, Fox?
I mean, I can't. Apparently, I'm choking to death. I can, but the Over Undertaker's a nightmare in the ring, is what I'll say.
Do it.
But if you want to go in for the tag, we can.
We could, yeah. I mean, whatever you want. So,
Sure, come tag me.
okay. So I guess it's gonna be a hot tag.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because is this at a
Well,
critical moment?
Oh no,
Is
it's
it a
not
critical
just
moment?
just tag.
That's not.
Yeah.
It's just a tag. Okay, so it's just a tag. After Dark will just spring back up, and then does like this weird like roundhouse kick to like get themselves back standing upright before yanking, like literally not even really tagging, but just like yanking over Undertaker into the ring.
That's good. That's good.
Like, I love the idea that, like, yeah, you, like, grab my wrist and, like, hold your hand up and then make the other hand, like, tag yours.
Yes, and then like lift it and then just tag it. It's like this is for employment verification purposes only.
Are you serious?
And here we go. We finally get to see it. The Over Undertaker is in the ring as the legal competitor in a lumberjack match. There is no escape.
I am so excited for this, Ori. It is about time to see what she can do. Can she put her money where her mouth is?
No, she's about to get her ass kicked.
She immediately, like, runs to, like, one side of the ring and is just like, runs to the other side of the ring. And then turns around. Shit, I'm sorry. Remind me, which one of the two is in the ring?
Carmella Davis.
Carmella, not Iconique.
Yeah.
Iconique's out. Carmella's in.
Uh-huh.
And then, like, turns around and, like, sees, like, Carmella, like, charging at her. Actually, yeah, I think she just, like, comes at her with a clothesline, just, like, turns around and is coming at her with a clothesline. And the Over Undertaker just, like, this very comical, like, hands on head duck to go underneath it. And, like, Carmella, like, just goes past her and, like, kind of hits the ropes a bit. And the Over Undertaker, like, shoves her midsection just very, like, awkwardly. He's like, get away! And proceeds to run a circuit around the ring.
Well,
Are you trying to be comic relief
roll
right
me
now?
that plus body, because this is your gimmick.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
This is totally your gimmick.
Good news, I have a body of -2. That means I rolled a 1. So I botch.
Yeah.
Oh baby.
So
Ooh, baby.
so
I
take
botch
that.
hard. Oh yeah, I get a momentum for that, don't I?
Do you know?
Or no?
You just botched the spot.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought in a botch you always did, but it's only some botches you do.
Not in
Yeah, like this is
wrestling,
the one
yeah.
botch you don't get momentum
Right.
for.
Thank you for the reminder. Which
Yeah.
makes sense, actually.
So how do you count? How does Carmella counter?
I think using the momentum, maybe. What's a fun move? She's not like particularly agile, right?
Carmella? No, Carmella's more of like that super, like she's more like a
Stoic.
like stoic, kind of like a little more stocky, not like big, but like stay like solid.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
I mean,
yeah,
She could just, like, as we're running, like, clockwise around the ring, for example, she could just, like, stop on a turn real quick and then run counterclockwise
Yeah.
and just drop kick my ass.
yeah,
That's a fun one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or clothesline even, just because.
Well, that one didn't work out, though. Because I ducked. I was like, I don't know. I like the idea of getting drop kicked. I think a drop kick is a classic. I think it's fun.
Oh,
it
yeah,
is,
yeah.
and it is something that this character would do.
What if she's like turns and then like
This-
does the standing missile drop kick?
Yeah, I
Like,
love it.
Huck, and then both legs.
Yeah,
Bam.
Whew,
Totally.
Right in
perfect.
there.
Yeah.
Woof.
Death Blossom's like, yeah, there it is. The kicks. We've been working on them. So I'm
I think
telling you,
it's
the legs.
This moment, it would be the best time to tell you that Death and Rainbows is a book to win.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Okay, good to know because I
I-
need to look at because I have a move for that.
I need more
Okay.
momentum. If I want to do anything about that, I gotta get some momentum.
Well, you are a tag team. Your tag team's partner could spend their momentum on you.
I can.
Oh, word?
Mhm.
Oh.
Who
Is
has?
that new to the rules and to the second
Yep.
edition?
It's
I
when
missed
you're
that.
a dedicated tag team.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll keep
They
that in mind.
extended it from the
Yeah.
luchador.
Oh, that's right.
Capitan
Thank
de
you.
Parejas move.
Yes.
Yeah, so now everyone can get it.
Yeah, which is
Um,
actually really cool.
Yes.
It's
That is
very
a
good.
good.
Have to be a
good fix.
dedicated tag team. You can't just be a.
Right.
Yeah.
Like just
For,
for
yeah,
one
for
time.
one night only.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, Simon, you have narrative control.
Good control.
'Cause
Okay.
I'm a botcher. Botching
So
it all up.
if, yeah, I think after the kick, Carmella's like, okay, we can just wrap this up, and she walks over, and taps in Iconique,
Mhm.
Okay.
and they both come in.
Yeah.
So at that point, I'm definitely gonna have to use After Dark's move, Hungry.
Okay.
When you want this so bad, you can taste it. You know it when you know you're booked to lose, you go for the win anyways. So I have to roll plus work. So let's just see how bad this is gonna get. Oh, I rolled 12. Wow. Okay. So on a 10 plus,
Good day for the bad
we
guys.
win the match, and I pick from the 7 to 9 list. Okay. So I can pick either take an injury, -1 heat with your opponent, or get pulled out of this feud by creative.
Ooh.
I think we're gonna try something fun. So both Carmilla and Iconique get in, right? And they
Yep.
start wailing on I will say
Well, they're gonna
Simon,
go in for their finisher move.
They're gonna
not
go for
gonna
the
start
finisher.
wailing. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's probably I think the big one will be that After Dark is gonna just pull over Undertaker out at that moment, just pull by the collar out and take the hit for it, but is then gonna counter and take an injury for it.
Okay.
Ooh.
Don't forget also that you can spend momentum, Simon,
Yep.
Mhm.
to do your babyface
Stuffs.
move if you
There's
wish.
a couple things I can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I can expose villainous behavior to book a cheater to lose the match. I
Mhm.
can do a bunch of other things. I think because we have it set up in the fiction, maybe that's the one I want to go with. It's like because you're not cheating.
That's the
You're
thing.
going
No.
You're breaking the booking anyway. Yeah. So then let's just gain heat with After Dark, because
Okay.
that brings us to +4 with both
I love it.
Over Undertaker
Mm.
and After Dark.
Mhm.
So I
Yeah.
think it's like while this is happening, while After Dark is doing whatever they're doing, Death Blossom is
Mhm.
yelling like, "This is no matter what happens, like we can't pin you down. We put you in a room full of everyone in the stable for accountability, and still you're trying to come up and do whatever it is it takes to win. How many more people are going to have to suffer like this while you just try and
No, that's so
cut
good.
your way up to the top?"
All I do is win, baby.
I love it. I love it.
Get
so
him after
much.
dark. Get him after dark.
I
So
love it.
She's
So-
like, "Don't let him win! Don't let him win!"
So I'll say like right in the middle of that like finishing move they're pulling, that's when After Dark takes the injury, and that's the first time you actually see what's their finisher, Simon, for the
I
duo.
think- I mean, I don't
we
know what
haven't
is
come up with a
established.
finisher for the duo yet. I don't think
Mm.
for Death and
Uh,
Rainbows.
It should
I
be
kind
something.
of feel like I feel like it's kind of like they both veer off
So
and they have to do something technical at the same time, and it lands where they
It's
try to
definitely-
then do a pin.
I
it's
think
definitely
it-
called Over the Rainbow.
Yeah. What if
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
from both sides of the ring and they come
Mhm.
together in the middle
Oh,
to make a rainbow?
like, yeah, it's an
Yeah.
arc, semicircle arc.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So as that happens, After Dark takes a hit, and I will say, for whatever reason, After Dark falls straight to the apron. There, you hear a sudden crack. It's very resounding. There's a crack across the visor of the helmet,
Ooh.
motorcycle helmet. And this is the part I've been waiting for.
Oh no.
You get to see the inside of the helmet.
Ooh.
And lo and behold, it is not mortal inside of that helmet.
Yes.
You see a clear robotic face inside.
Freaking robots.
This is like the T-1000 style robot
Yes,
face.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it's like a, okay.
And it's like glaring red.
Yes.
The Over Undertaker
I'm
goes
all for
ghost white. Just all color drains out of her face. Like,
I'm here for this.
And then, of course, that's when After Dark goes in for the finisher, for their finisher, and the lights dim out. There's a spotlight over Iconic and Carmilla Davis where they both are standing in front, and you just see and you just hear After Dark just say vocally, "Lights out," and does the roundhouse kicks that leads into the
To
DDT and
Iconic, who
pin.
is now the...
to Iconic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
in the darkness, do we see like just the little 2 pin red lights of your eyes
Yep.
just
Mhm.
glowing?
Mm-hmm.
And then
The
it's
anime-
the 1, 2, 3.
I got a 7. Yep.
Oh.
On my finishing move.
And I think you've got people, the whole stable's kind of like, people are in uproar, some supporting Death Blossom, like, what is
Mhm.
this? This is ridiculous. And then you've got others who are like, oh my God, that's a machine. And then you've got others who are like, this is ridiculous. And Larissa's like, Rory, I had no idea.
What have you brought here?
I
What
had
is
no-
this?
I don't know.
And there's 27 more of them?
I
26.
I hope not. No.
So for the 7 and 9, I'm going to choose to gain 1 heat with each other. I still succeed. So
Uh-huh.
it's going. So I get that +4, so I can gain that +1 audience.
Yeah,
at the end
thanks.
of
I
the
like
match.
it. I like it. No. No, Rory. No. This is not okay. And you hear this like kind of like as Larissa's mic is turned off. And so you can only hear a little bit of her in Rory's mic. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing, Rory.
There's just shocker after shocker on this show tonight. I cannot believe what I'm seeing here. PWN Live, it's happening now.
The Over Undertaker just is nervously fanning herself with money and trying to play up that they would just won.
And the motorcycle just activates itself again and just drives close to the edge of the ring. And After Dark just grabs over Undertaker's collar and drags.
And I think this is where we will go to break, my friends. Some good times. We're a little late for break than normal, but it'll be fine. We're going to break.
How's that reveal, everybody?
It was good. Freaking robot. Freaking robot.
I've been waiting for like 3 episodes to get here.
We will be back in about 5-10 minutes tops. Probably more like 5. Get yourselves a snack. Get a drink of water. Whatever you need. We'll be back. Don't forget, Black Lives Matter. Trans rights are human rights. And if you haven't followed us yet, follow us because we love you. And we're not shameless about plugging ourselves. Thanks. Love you. We'll be back. Hey everybody, we're back. And it's time to get cooking with the cook. It is cooking time. We open on the ring. Behind the announce table are Ramiro Rudioso and Benny Templeton. And at the center of the ring is the cook's setup. What does it look like now? Now that you have a bigger
It's
budget?
definitely now much more expensive of a setup because we have the budget for it now. So we have a rolled in, a full cooking range, and we also have several deep fryers. We also have a very nice industrial sized fridge. and we also have several benches. Some of the workbenches also have additional appliances like blenders and other knickknacks, and it's just like it's a well-stocked kitchen for the given the size.
So the cook is standing there, and seated next to the cook on a high stool is Karma. For those of you who don't remember, Karma is the very excited young wrestler who is just super happy to be there, but has recently suffered an injury because Ron pegged her knee on purpose. And but she's very excited to be there with the cook. And I think over the thing, it's there's this jingle that's like, "It's cooking time with the cook."
And that was really good.
Yeah, that was really good.
That made me
I'll
so
try to
happy.
remember it. I'm actually not bad at jingles. That's something
So,
I'm fairly decent at.
Good news, we're live on the internet and it's being recorded. We can go back and check it.
Yeah, that's true. I'll
This
try
is
to
true.
remember that.
So just after the break of this episode.
And we're back. And today's episode of Cooking Time with the Cook, I have a very special guest today.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, that's right. I forgot. There's
A very special guest today, and that will be the newest contender, Karma.
Hi, the cook. I am so excited to be here. You are one of my favorites. I've been watching you forever, and I have always wanted to have one of your special meals. What are you making today?
Well, I was planning something originally, but then I heard about your recent injury, and I felt that we should make something that is wholesome and hearty, and also helps get you into a speedy recovery. And today we will be going over my patented recipe for the cook's own chicken noodle soup,
I
Which you
love
can
chicken
also-
noodle soup. It's one of my
which-
favorites.
which now you can also find in your favorite grocery stores as in canned form. It has the chef's own. It's literally like the Chunky's soup cans, but it says the cook's own. And
That
but
sounds
if you want to
fantastic.
make, but if you want to make this from scratch at home, you may certainly do so, and you can find the recipe on the Cook Style Family Chef Book, which is available at the PWN merch shop.
Forgot the cook's own family chef book. Frickin' A. AOL, keyword, cook's own.
You know, I don't always have time in my busy schedule to make a healthy and fulfilling meal for myself, but I've really got to say the cook's own, chef's own family style cookbook is really helping me figure out ways in which I can balance not only the nutritional value that I need to sustain these incredible abs, alongside filling me for these long stints, being here, announcing and just taking in the incredible showcase that we have at PWN.
Absolutely, absolutely. I can tell you firsthand, I would not survive my new and exciting bachelor lifestyle. I would be dead and in the ground without that cookbook. I can't take care of myself.
Seems like we're having a lot of incredibly personal revelations here on camera live on PWN, but that's why that's the kind of content that you can't find anywhere else.
Oh no, Rudioso, I've known that about myself for years. I'm a pack a
Great,
day.
I'm glad to hear that you're admitting it in front of thousands of other people that are now watching live on television.
We are live on TV. Let's take it back to the ring with the cook and see what he's cooking up right now.
So you just see like the cook is like. He's already put the vegetables into a stock pot. He's cutting up the chicken, the chicken breast and the chicken thighs. So Karma, tell me about yourself. How did you get started in wrestling?
Well, I have been a big fan my entire life because, as a lot of people know, my dad, Smokey Green, was huge in the Portland area wrestling.
Hell of a wrestler.
I'm sorry, Smokey Green?
I just decided that was
Out of
the
game.
thing.
Smokey Green?
The police, he had a little bit of trouble with the police, but
Yeah. You don't remember his big move, the 420 slam?
Yeah. I just want you to know,
The Ganjinator?
A, Kay just pulled that out of her head. She wasn't thinking about the implications of it, but now she's really proud of herself for pulling that out of her head. So you're welcome.
Everyone was.
Her dad.
We don't have the time to delve into this, but I'm sorry, I needed to
This needs to be
process that.
saved on a note file, Kane.
Every wrestler on the West Coast was terrified.
Here, deal.
Every wrestler on the West Coast was terrified of his roach clip. It was amazing.
His finishing move was the 420 slam. That's just the way it is.
When he used to roll with the Spock roach.
He was banned and couldn't compete in 37 states.
You know, before they canceled Blaze It, you could see him every week. Like,
Oh my gosh!
smoke weed
It
every
is
day.
best wrestling at 2 a.m. outside of a Denny's.
So you could say I was raised in it, the cook, and I just have always had a passion for the sport and the pastime, and I just was so excited when PWN came along to revitalize it, and give those names like Phoenix and people like you and Death Blossom, those great stars, their chance to shine in the spotlight and showcase what wrestling is and how technical and amazing it is.
Yes, it's been a pleasure working for PWN, and I've learned a lot in my time. I even learned from all those years, and it has been a wonderful learning experience for me. And I have met, of course, the love of my life, and I cannot wait for our special day, nor can I be dreading the day when I have to ask for his hand in marriage. But we will move on from that.
I have been so excited to watch that. Oh my goodness. Like, you just need to do it. I think that you've been planning this for entirely too long. It is
I hope
time.
that Chad doesn't watch the show. I just want to point that out. Like,
I was about to say, Benny, it's incredible that the Chad has not been informed as to
My
the
understanding-
cook's potential nuptial offer.
my understanding is that he has been on a long sabbatical to find to find his inner cool and to harness it. You know, he's probably been hanging out a lot with her father. Would be my guess.
Oh yeah, cause the Chad and my dad are like really good friends, and they spend a lot of time together.
There you
I
go.
think they've been on a retreat for a while, but you should really just do it. I think you just need to embrace the moment
Great.
and go for it.
And he pauses for a minute as he's cutting the chicken, and he's just thinking, "You're right, Karma. You're right."
She'll put her hand on his shoulder. I think he's gonna say yes.
He's gonna put the rest of the chicken in, go over to the sink and wash his hands very thoroughly for a solid 30 seconds, making sure to go over the wrists and everything, then dry his hands, and then he's just gonna look at Karma. The recipe's in the book. Go ahead and finish that. I need to go.
Okay,
And then-
bye.
And he runs off. He runs to the backstage, and then you see the screen, and as you just see the cook going into with olive oil to the food truck. They drive off. The montage continues, and then they arrive at an airfield where there's a helicopter involved, and he gets onto the helicopter, and they lift off and fly up into the sky, and that's the last you'll see of the cook for this episode.
I love it so much.
What an absolutely rapid-fire sequence of events right here at PWN. I guess that concludes the cook's cooking time.
Yeah. Can we get somebody to take that thing out of the arena before it catches fire?
I think we move. I think we move to Phoenix behind the scenes
Oh God.
to a is it Protein Now bar? I think is what we decided.
Fucking, I don't know. It's your product.
I think it's what we
Tell me.
decided. Yeah,
I don't take
Something.
Protein Now.
protein.
Oh wait, no, we
Protein.
can't use protein now because that is the actual thing.
Oh,
Super granola
those-
blast bars of granola Happy Times.
I thought it was Protein Plus that was.
They've
something.
recently rebranded, but you can still see them in the same great packaging as before, with the green wrapper that means you can put green good into your body.
No!
you. Why don't you eat some?
I just gotta say, these are some quality commercials.
Commercials. Wow, they've gone downhill since we started this.
Fuck, I'm so
Back
sorry.
at the ring, behind the
I
table
love-
are Betty Templeton and Johnny Wong.
Betty Templeton just says, "What the hell was that?"
I don't know, Benny. I don't know. But on the bright side, thanks to some proper refinancing and financial education, I have now I have adjusted my home mortgage.
Oh, have you got? You told me you refinanced at a better rate, Johnny. This is fantastic. This is the kind of news I need right now. I don't think my heart could take what you've done to it in the past. Please, Johnny. What does your mortgage look like now?
Now it is sitting at for the next 30 years at 19.5% APR.
That's technically better.
It's actually 4.5%.
Oh, thank you, disembodied voice in my ear. I'm
No,
getting
it's
news.
Larissa who's standing right behind you.
Or Larissa, she's standing right behind me, isn't she? I thought she was in my ear thing. Hello, my hearing is not great. I'm a very, very old man.
Yep, I know.
Hi,
You've
Larissa.
been around since I was a child.
Yeah, I know. What do you want?
Nothing.
Great.
Just going away now. Bye.
Bye. Don't trust that woman. I mean, I guess trust her with your finances because you've got all the financial responsibility of a box turtle. But other than that, hey, you can't trust that woman.
Of a box turtle.
Well, we can certainly trust in our ability to commentate about wrestling.
Can we, Johnny? What is even happening around here? We got a match coming up. I think the nice man that sounds uncannily like Ron, not Ron, the other guy, Rory Cemetery.
Our next match
There he
is
is.
scheduled for one fall and is a fatal four-way match. Introducing first, hailing from No One Really Cares, weighing in at 220 pounds, Ron Sterling.
Ow!
Needlessly
Vicious.
cruel.
Really cares.
That was super vicious.
The former Triple Crown already being taken down a notch by the announcer guy, whose name we don't even
Several,
know,
in
I will
fact.
point out. Hey, who's doing the fucking announcing already?
Not your mom.
Oh, yeah. That guy.
Ron comes out and is wearing a jacket that Karma normally wears when she comes out to the ring, and has
Dick.
a crutch,
What a dick!
and is hobbling down to the ring.
Actually, I take it back. That guy's kind of an asshole.
And he'll get in the ring and he'll throw the crutch to the side, and we'll take off the jacket and we'll stomp on it a couple times and kick it out of the ring.
Oh my god, you're such a dick!
And introducing next, from the field of battle, weighing in at 300 pounds, War Master.
I hear music.
War Master comes out. He's still got that leather sling over his arm. Except now he like comes out, looks around, and like snaps it off with his teeth. Clearly, it's still like pained. They're still like bandaging around it, but he
Yeah.
doesn't have the sling on anymore. He like unbuckles it with his teeth because it's got buckles and straps because it's Dungeon Punk.
Oh, yeah.
He's like drawn by Wayne Reynolds. Does that guy suck? I don't remember. He's probably still okay.
I've
Anyway,
lost
he comes
track.
in, looking around at everyone and just like doing the claw before climbing into the ring.
God, he's the worst.
Well, the War Master previously suffered an injury. We will find out whether or not this will impede their ability to compete in tonight's match.
Nah, I'm pretty sure they've got some kind of rage bonus where like it's a proportional gain in damage versus the proportional amount of damage they take. I've been doing a lot of reading.
Yes, I agree. it is very possible also that the effects may only last a certain limited amount of rounds.
Well, this is only scheduled for 1 round, so let's see if he can stick it out.
And introducing next, weighing a combined weight of 455 pounds, Family Values!
The two douches come out on their fucking segways. Like pushing forward in their suit jackets over their tights with their t-shirts with like the American bald eagle on it that says family values like superimposed. I'm never making this shirt because it's terrible.
The future of travel and the future of America coming down now, it's family values.
With their smarmy like. And Vince King is just like showing off the cash that he won from the match earlier.
We, the announcers at PWN, must also remind you that the promotion of PWN does not endorse the governor's re-election campaigns.
We're legally obligated to say that, actually.
God, this music too. Anyway,
Some diet Bruce Springsteen has.
I know, what's the point? Ah!
Come on up for the riser.
So cool. Ugh. And they just come down, shrug off their jackets, set them to the side. Of course, the secretary is following them, carrying the briefcase. And they climb into the ring and like pull off their shirts and toss them to the side and just stand there like they're the coolest things.
All 4 of our fatal 4-way fours, I didn't really think that through. They're all in the ring now, and we are just waiting to see which one of them will emerge with a new mud hole stomped inside of them.
Are we ready, my friends?
And there's the bell.
You start with control.
Oh, I want to use my stipulation.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh. What are you doing? Oh, yeah, you're doing your weird thing. Okay, go for
Right.
it.
So I think my gimmick is just like, it's either his mastery of combat or like where he fights in whatever. So I think he like holds up a tome.
Here we go.
Previously I was grievously injured by a foolish mortal deigning to bring me to justice. But I have consulted the tables within the manual of murder, and I have determined that I am proficient enough to destroy, even with an injured arm, anyone with a single-handed melee weapon. Thus I call forth the dark powers to bring me single-handed bludgeoning weapons of all manner. And a bunch of terrified interns in polo shirts, like teenagers, just like wheel in a little rolly cart that's like maces and warhammers and things like that. And so he's just like looks at them all and like picks them up and is like doing the pool cue thing of like, yeah, this one's good. But Ron is in control.
Now remember, Johnny.
Oh, go ahead.
Now remember, Johnny, if someone is strong enough, you take a slight damage penalty, but you are able to wield a two-handed weapon in one hand. It's very specific to certain classes of people.
Indeed. In prior editions, it used to be that you would take a hefty penalty. Nowadays, you don't.
I don't think the War Master cares about that.
Is this guy a joke? The governor's like, is this guy for real? Is he a joke? Is this a joke?
You have to wrestle.
Listen, I fucking hate you two, but you guys actually come out here and try and wrestle. This dude is a joke. I don't even know what he does. He can't bring weapons out into a fucking wrestling match like this. What is a warhammer anyway?
I don't know, but it's dumb.
Let's kick his ass.
Yeah, let's do it. Vince is like...
Ron is going to immediately push Vince into the referee and is going to walk up to War Master and hit him with a low blow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Hit him with that sucker punch.
Strong words from Ron out of the gate is, I'm not really quite sure, but, like, this is kind of a weird situation. You know, for the folks at home who are wondering what a Warhammer is, Oh, you actually wanted me to keep...
I have a gag about this. It's going to depend on how the dice fall.
I got a 9.
I was gonna roll a d8 here for a minute.
Okay, so that's a mixed success.
Indeed. So I am going to. I'm going to take the momentum and hand off to War Master.
Sweet. So he gets that sucker punch. And he's still got the hammer in his hand. So he's like, ugh. And he picks Ron up by the scruff. Ron doesn't wear a shirt.
No, Ron doesn't wear a shirt.
No. So he like grabs him by the neck with his injured hand.
Yeah.
And with his primary hand. So he's like, it's clearly straining, but like he can do it because he's strong as hell. What is a warhammer? 1 octahedron's worth of pain! And he swings the warhammer around like this and goes boom and brings it up under his chin, releases so that he sends Ron like boom, flying up in the air like an uppercut, and then turns to face Vince and the governor, like spinning it one-handed. I'm calling that an athletic feat.
Yeah, that would be body.
Johnny's gonna go, and you just see now Johnny's set up. There's actually like there's a game master screen. There's several books open already. There's a little battle map already set up with miniatures on it.
What the hell?
And it has like and he's like, well, it looks like the War Master has rolled a 7 on the damage die and has now dealt a total of 10 damage to Ron Sterling.
What the hell are you talking about?
Realize I never did my questions for heat, for initial starting heat with people.
Oh, dude, we need to do that. Yeah,
we'll do it later. It's fine. I have +2 heat with Ron because I got a 13 on my athletic feed.
Nice.
Or sorry, +1 heat. I was misreading momentum because I do it easily. So it's just like, bam, even with the injury, he's like,
Nice.
whatever. And so he's like, okay, you're done. And now he turns, family values, your day is nigh. Does he have control now? He has control.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In which case, he sneers and says, "The people of Vancouver, if not the nation, do not care for your politicking and your backstage snake oil selling. They are here to see feats of battle here, and that is precisely what I am going to do." Which I'm calling some cheap heat for some momentum.
Johnny, I feel I should remind you, snake oil does not work. Just trust me on this one.
Good to know.
Please believe me when I say.
We've got some shady characters around here. If they offer you snake oil, please do not buy it. I'm begging you, Johnny.
We're Undertaker.
You just see like Johnny's just kind of like scratching his head. Yes, I would never have committed to 300 bottles of snake oil.
God damn it, Johnny.
I'm gonna spend my 2 momentum for funsies.
You're
to
trusting
leave
soul.
someone lying helpless on the floor.
Yeah,
like so much Natalie Imbruglia.
I love it.
So
Swollen,
he
broken, lying naked on the floor.
charges. Let's say the governor, because the governor sucks the most.
Yeah.
And so he charges him with the hammer. Shoulder checks him with his bad shoulder into the ropes. As he comes bouncing off, he just smacks the hammer around again, splintering it in half. And so he just like hucks the broken hammer off to the side, and just like as he's doing that, like the governor is like, slams to the ground after like hanging for a couple of seconds, and the War Master like dusts off his hands, rubs the shoulder, like pops it back into place because it's been dislodged, and then turns to face Vince. But I'm gonna give control to Ron
I
while
don't know.
he's focusing on Vince.
I don't know how the hell that thing was legal, but the War Master has shattered his maul as he just devastates the governor, sending him all the way home packing, possibly with some kind of terrifying brain injury.
Possibly, but it was most certainly a brutal critical.
What cannot be questioned, though, is that the War Master, still working through an injury, seems to have injured himself, does not seem to care at all about the damage he does to his own body so long as he can put his opponents through the mat.
Indeed, the War Master has become a true juggernaut, if not a whirlwind of death.
I am going to
It was quite a feat.
Stand himself up and kind of like shake off the cobwebs and see Vince has been, or the governor's been absolutely destroyed, and Vince is about to get his ass kicked. And Ron is like shaking his head and like really displeased with what's happening. Is going to point at the War Master, even though the War Master's not paying him any attention, and then his finger's going to drop to his knee, and he's going to run and he's going to try and drop kick his knee in an attempt to hurt him.
So good.
Work stiff.
Working stiff.
Working real stiff.
Ron looking to give as much as he's been getting this match.
So I got a 8.
It hurts.
It hurts. I will use my 2 momentum to make it a 10.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
So I will injure my opponent, and I will gain an audience as a legit badass.
I like it.
Ron Sterling still a threat in the ring with a devastating blow to War Master's knee. I don't think they know
Yes,
they're not supposed to
indeed.
kill each other in there.
I agree, but this blow this now very detrimental blow may indeed put the War Master's adventuring days behind him.
No.
I'm gonna like.
I saw what you did there.
I assume the War Master goes down, and
Yeah.
Ron will like
Bam.
look over him and go, "You can't forget about me."
I think that's the new catch line for Ron.
Please remember me.
Who has control after?
You do.
I still have control.
Yeah.
Okay. I will then help or pick up War Master, so he's up again, and we'll hit him with like a knee strike to the gut.
Okay. Just roll. I think roll work, or you could roll heat.
Okay.
I'll interrupt that.
Oh,
with
okay.
my
Oh,
one
nice.
momentum. Yeah.
I
Fuck
like
yeah.
it.
So you go for the knee strike. It matters not if I have forgotten you, Ron Steerling. What only matters is if the crowd has forgotten you, and they have. So as he goes for the leg, I want to like scoop him up and bring him up into a backbreaker, like slam him on my own knee, the knee that he just kicked out.
Yes.
We're just doing the
At this
full-on
moment, I
Bane
want to tell you
Superman.
that Vince is climbing out of the ring and just kind of like hiding.
Nice.
I think Vince forgot he's in a wrestling match. There he goes. Unbelievable.
Is it the wrestling move? That's the wrestling move.
That's the wrestling.
It's not an
Yeah.
athletic feat, but it's with body.
Probably body, yeah.
Yeah.
And that is incredible athletic ability, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, so it's a 7. I can keep control of the match or take a momentum.
I was gonna say Johnny can put you over.
Okay.
And it would seem that the War Master is planning to completely shatter Ron Sterling, both in form and in spirit and in memory.
This isn't a wrestling match. We have transformed this place into a Roman Coliseum. God is my witness, one of those men will be dead before this match is over if
The
this
War
keeps up.
Master is booked to win.
Okay. So I think this becomes the finisher here.
Mm-hmm.
So he's done the backbreaker. He walks over. He's going to showboat for a second. Just walks over to the weapon rack and says to the audience, "You thought I would need these puny tools? Fools! I was merely leading on my opponent the entire time. I need nothing but my own two fists and the dark powers of the gods of pandemonium themselves that I have left into myself and taken over my spirit to grant me victory in the ring." And he kicks over the weapon stand.
Yeah, he says that.
Scoops up Ron. "You thought you could come in here and get away with besmirching my title, my mastery of combat itself? You, Ron Steerling, shall see firsthand what it is like to be destroyed by a master of war such as I." And he goes for the Skull Smasher, which is that bam, just the slam, the pickup and the boom.
Roll that good finishing move.
It's just a flat 2d6. But I'm going to spend my 1 momentum and make it a 10.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ooh. So I hit it clean and I gain an audience.
Just, I don't know about you, Johnny, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, and all points in between and beyond the arena, but I felt the earth shake as Ron Sterling hit the ground. We may need a medic in that ring to make sure that his spine is not busted, that his skull is not fractured. Somebody get that man's pulse. There is the bell, but it is also a death knell for Ron Sterling. If nothing else, his character has been assassinated here tonight.
Indeed.
Fucking hell, Benny.
Ron Sterling's fall from grace as the former triple mega champion of PWN has now led to this broken form that we see in the ring.
You don't get much closer to the bottom of the barrel. Hell, he may be under the barrel at this point.
Would we consider 6 feet under yet?
I would, Johnny. I absolutely would.
As
He's dead.
War Master celebrates his victory, however that looks, Ron lying kind of helpless on the ground. Vince slowly helps the governor up and they kind of cowardly walk out because they're the worst. The screen cuts to where is Over Undertaker right now?
Well, we'll go with the what's the word for it? Garage. Down there in the parking garage. She's yeah. She's down there. I can have her doing whatever you need her to be doing.
Whatever she's doing is fine.
Nervously pacing again, I think.
There's a shadow behind her as a hand falls on her shoulder. It leans in close, and coming into the light is Larissa. And she says, "What you're doing is not working. We need to have a talk."
I just need more time and more resources. And apparently you have robots and a lot of them. We need to talk about the robots, Larissa.
After Dark emerges with a new helmet.
Yet no. We need to have a talk. And that cuts to this has been
Wait for it.
I can never get to the present.
Wait for it.
This has been PWN Live from Vancouver, Washington. Tune in next week for all the action and live wrestling entertainment. You don't want to miss it. I really like this music. I also need to update the playlist, but okay. End of game
Okay.
stuff. If you did not have an interaction with anybody, you lose heat. I don't think anyone is at 0 audience. I think we're okay there.
Yeah.
I lose heat with Diesel. Super Brover goes to 0.
Well, After Dark definitely did gained heat with everybody, so there's
Cook
no
goes
way.
to 2.
The cook, I'm pretty much at 0 with most of the stable. And the only ones that the cook have any heat right now is with Ron, and that's it actually, because Death Blossom was down to 1 as well. It's not going to be 0 after this. So
Now we're 0. We're both 0.
yeah, so it looks like the cook's been so preoccupied with everything. Cook's just been not really getting into any beef with anybody.
Yeah,
Actually,
Cook's been a little
very
busy.
thankful for everybody who's been helping out with the wedding preparation and the proposal preparation.
You have wedding preparations for haven't even proposed yet. My brain doesn't good for my brain. My brain doesn't like it.
It's the cook.
Why are you
Alright.
so extra?
Let's do some outros, and then like we do in this game, we went a little longer than normal, but I wanted to get a whole bunch of people's storylines in to make sure that we had time for that, so I can stick around for a little bit and chat afterwards like we do, so that because not all of us interact during chat, so we can focus on RP. We're here to stay a little bit longer, answer your questions if you have any, debrief the episode a little bit. So chat, stay around, ask us questions, but we want to get our outros out of the way so we can focus on that. I'm gonna start with Jackie.
Hi everybody, I'm Jackie, better known as Death by Mage on the internet. I am forced to tell everyone that I am a 2-time three-time Emmy nominated writer and other things. So if you want, you can vote for the Book of Seasons Solstice on Best Adventures. You can also vote for Uncaged Volume 3 under Best Electronic Book, and you can also vote for the RPG Writers Workshop by Ashley Warren and Script Mind. I believe it's under RPG Resources.
It is.
So yeah.
Perhaps you could also provide links on your Twitter.
I probably should.
Yeah. Maybe follow Jackie on
probably-
Twitter and wait for that post to show up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, do that.
It's also on our Discord.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's also very Discord.
Yeah, come
Maybe
hang out
come
with us
join
on
our Discord.
Discord.
Yeah.
It's there.
See below. It's down there.
And tonight, you're gonna be on.
Oh, and tonight I will also be on twitch.tv/Sabric, where I will be playing 10 Candles, which is a tragic horror RPG where pretty much you are 100% guaranteed to die. It is just a matter of when and where. And I am so looking forward to it.
Awesome. Smurf.
Hi, everybody. I'm Smurf. You can find me on the internet at DSC_Smurf and on the following channels: Dumpstack Charisma, Soulbear RPG, All Nerds Here. It's pretty great, and I do a lot of stuff. On a side note, I'm aware of Space Jam 2 coming out, and I have concerns because
This is the forum
Important
for
to use
airing
your
this.
platform for good.
Yep.
That's the platform where we're at.
As a member of the human species, I do not endorse this movie.
Yeah.
As a lich, I do not endorse this movie.
Why they gotta ruin a good thing? Space Jam is so good.
I don't really get that far.
I know. I'm just
Oh
kidding.
no, Space Jam is really good.
It's a great movie.
Had important messages in it.
I said movie, not film. There's a difference. Anyway, Simon.
We don't have time to argue about that. But my name is Simon. You can find me on Twitter at Lucha Libris. If you want to check out some of my game designs that are available, including a new recently released game for the Wretched and Alone Jam, in which I make it not a game where you're guaranteed to die 100%, based on Five Nights at Freddy's by way of Silent Hill, you can go to colorspraygames.itch.io and check all that good stuff out. I am a streamer. You can catch me on this show, and then right after this, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, We're playing Numenera on Welcome to the Party. It's a homebrew setting for Numenera. It's pretty cool. Check that out. I'm a GM also on Welcome to the Party on 8 p.m. Eastern Wednesday nights for Unnatural Disasters, a Monster of the Week game with an all BIMPOT cast. Check that out. It's pretty sweet. I'm also a GM for Magpie Games for the curated play program. If you want to try out a game like Bluebeard's Bride or Cartel or Pasión de las Pasiones, go to magpiegames.com/curated-play for a couple of bucks. You and your friends can get tickets to play a game with me. And I think it's pretty sweet. I think it's a great deal. I'm also a voice actor for the Penumbra Podcast, a queer sci-fi and fantasy audio drama. So if you'd like to get in on that audio drama business, it is always a good time. You can learn more about that at the Penumbra Pod on Twitter, thepenumbrapodcast.com.
Awesome. Fox.
Hey folks, I remain Fox Barrett at Fox_Barrett on Twitter, and you can find me over at twitch.tv/devilsluckgaming every Monday night for our hack of I always forget the name of what it's supposed to be a hack of. Expanse. Our hack of the Expanse RPG called Stellar Age, Arbiter's Ascent 0532 Second Apex. You can also catch laugh every time, and I don't blame you. You can also catch me here again, probably next Tuesday or Wednesday. We're working on scheduling for another session of video game fun time with myself, probably Kate, maybe other people if I can rope them in. That's gonna be a regular feature right here on this channel. All Nerds Here.
Nerds Here. Come on, Fox.
Wow. Fox plays video games, and we yell at her. Or at least I yell at her, and everyone in chat.
We're currently working through Solar Jetman, an absolute goddamn classic of Nintendo Entertainment System, of its oeuvre. So come check it out. It's a rare, excellent game.
And hi, I'm Kate. I go by me and Madeira on the internets. And right now, I'm in some games on twitch.tv/SoMadyGames, but none of them are happening this week. So you can catch me here. Possibly Tuesday or Wednesday with Fox, more than likely. And then I'm just chilling, and I make things on meandmadeiradesign.com, like overlays, like this cool overlay. And then we are talking about some new things for the channel, so stay tuned. And I am shamelessly plugging All Nerds Here everywhere I go. So tell your friends to follow us, because we need followers on Twitch specifically, so we can make affiliate. So we can give you cool things like, I don't know, Twitch emojis and all of that kind of stuff.
Also, it would make us feel very validated.
Yeah, we like to be validated too. We like to feel loved because none of us got enough love in our childhoods. And that's the way it is.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Fucking X-carding the shit out of that discussion.
Yep.
I'm actually just quoting a line from Chicago, but okay.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I was just gonna make sure we weren't about to go somewhere real fucking dark.
I was quoting a line from Chicago the musical. Sorry,
I'm gonna wave this around and move on.
Okay. Anyway, let's talk about the game. I don't know how late everybody can stay, so if you need to bounce, let us know, and that's totally fine.
I can goof around for a minute.
I can goof around for a few minutes.
Yeah, totally.
I'll have to stand up at some point and get my sandwich.
I can.
Go get your sandwich.
Did you put your sandwich in the blender?
No.
I suppose I could shout out our most recent followers, because that's not a thing we have really been doing.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
We didn't have any today, but for the last handful of days, shout outs to, let's say, over the last 5 days, Quiet I Am Gaming, Techno Scald, Punicorns, that's a hell of a name, Mountain Girl 80, and Shadlin W. Thank you so much for the follows.
Hell yeah.
Thanks.
See, even my wife follows us.
I need some of those people. I know some of those people.
You do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you want me to awkwardly say your name after we run the show, that's another reason to follow if you haven't followed. People love when you say their names on on stream. Hey, Slimutha, you're in the chat. I bet you love that I just said your name. I want to die. I want to die.
Slime Mother. I think it's Slime Mother, because that
Is it
sounds...
Slime Mother? That makes so much more sense.
Than Mutha? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I've read that wrong for so long.
I don't even want to. Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Can we get clarification in the chat?
Am
Am
I correct or is Fox correct?
Fox is never correct. If there's one thing I've learned.
It's Muda.
Musa. I think it's mother.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
Muda.
Kate's right. Kate's right. Turns out Kate's right. So, big day today. We literally murdered Ron Steerling. He's been beaten to death. And
No, well,
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean,
And you know,
we have a robot.
After Dark is a Terminator. Yep.
We have a Terminator bot.
Yeah, it's everything.
It's
Phoenix is
everything you
starting a
want in a
revolution.
wrestling show.
I don't
have to-
think Ron took actual injuries. No.
No, Ron is
Mech-
not taking actual injury.
Mechanically, no.
Oh yeah, sorry. That was a question in chat. Did Ron take actual injuries? Because I'm supposed to read those. I always forget. I got it now though. I'm trying to pay attention.
Varnish Truth in the
War
chat
Master took
asks,
one though.
Yes, War Master did take an additional injury this turn around.
Yeah.
Yes. So now
Yeah.
War Master has 2 injuries.
He has two. He has
He's
two
racking 'em up.
injuries.
What is his effect when he has injuries?
So when he has injuries, when an opponent uses your injury against you, he gains they gain +1 momentum
Ho ho.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
because he's so terrifying. Like, oh, well,
Yeah.
now you got the upper hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yep.
That's good. I like it. Mhm.
Varnish Truth is asking, is Kimberly still managing Ron? If not, will we see her again?
Yeah,
Uh,
Ron.
Kimberly has not been seen since Ron lost all 3 titles on the same night.
Oh no. Oh no.
So we don't know what that means. But that's
That's up to Ron. I don't control
Yeah.
Kimberly really. So.
I've
that's
seen
what
it
I'm
all
saying. That's what I'm saying. Is we haven't seen her, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah. Ho ho.
I definitely have ceded control of her gladly to other folks because she was a mess and she's being used to better effect now. I feel.
And Benny Templeton is like so much better in
Oh
every.
god, I
Yeah.
love Benny Templeton so
Yeah.
much.
I think he's fast become my favorite character that I play on this show. I gotta be honest with you.
Mhm.
When you find your thing, you got to lean into it.
You
Oh,
know,
yeah. Oh yeah,
Chase the shiny thing.
I've been
little-
really enjoying After Dark a lot, and After Dark doesn't say a whole lot.
Loser.
but at
Loser.
least
Loser.
After Dark's got the most fucking wrestler approach to this whole situation though, because After Dark actually has a catchphrase. None
Yeah,
of most
true.
of us really do. Like, not really.
I do need you to just record just sound of you saying loser for me in several ways in the After Dark voice so we can make some synthwave beats that are just After Dark say like over loser, loser.
Chill
Just
beats
'cause
to
we
be
need
called
this.
a loser by.
Yeah. So that
Which
we
is
have
only-
that.
You gonna channel your inner Kavinsky?
Oh man, that's gonna.
I already made that joke.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
my
I
bad.
did a whole sequence where I was announcing After Dark entering as like
Yeah.
the plot of Ghost. What is it? Ghost Driver, Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
The one
Yeah,
track, the intro, Night Call.
Oh,
whatever.
Driver. It's just called
Driver.
Driver, yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
The ghost car.
I've been enjoying After Dark a lot. Playing After Dark has been a lot of fun. I think it's just because it's like After Dark is so different from everything else. Just literally just messing with everybody. And now apparently After Dark is one of 27 models.
Oh, is the motorcycle? Fire Truth asks, is the motorcycle another of the After Dark bots?
I would want to say in truth.
Oh my
that
god, they're
the-
fucking transformers.
Yeah, that was actually the idea. They are actually kind of, they have a symbiosis. They are always
Oh,
together. They're
no.
always linked.
No.
I mean, alternate theory, it could be that, like, there are the 27 other robots, but they're all in a different form.
Yeah.
So they're not all, like, walking humanoid Terminator bots. Like, that one might just be a toaster. Like, an actual toaster that produces toast. It does it very insidiously.
Murder toast.
Murder
It does make
toast.
murder toast.
It calls you a loser every time the toast pops up. It's like,
Yeah,
Loser.
it does.
You know, I
Pleasure.
really need all my home electronics to neg me every time I try to use them.
Can you imagine? That would be.
Yeah, I mean,
amazing.
some people are into
The
that.
best would be
you
if
know?
you open the fridge and the fridge just says loser. You're
The
like,
Cyrus
wow,
T
that's a
asks-
great motivator for weight loss.
The Cyrus T asks, what happens when multiple After Dark models converge in one place?
Well, we'll find out.
It's true.
Will we? What's
I
the
feel like
finale of this
spoilers.
season? Holy cow.
Spoilers. Spoilers. Yeah, no, we're not gonna give that one away.
We're not gonna give that one away. I
real-
can't.
The real
I
question.
have plans.
Oh God.
Oh no.
The real question I gotta ask here is that do I now need to try to angle for creating a faction within PWN? Because we haven't really messed with factions at all, but that's kind of what
It's
we've
true.
got brewing at this point.
Yeah,
we're
we
definitely
do.
there. There's like the
We're-
old guard and the new blood.
Yeah, we
That's definitely
probably
one
should
thing.
start talking about that.
Yep.
Yeah.
If we want to codify that at all.
And I will say that like that moment of when After Dark was helping Karma, there was an alternative motive for helping Karma.
Oh, I know.
Oh yeah.
I don't think you're gonna
So-
win that one.
I know.
I have a
but
feeling.
I mean, After Dark is just After Dark has their own understanding of what is needed for what is to come. So
Oh, why did the Cyrus T asks, why did the vessel try and inject themselves into Phoenix's business?
A good question. The vessel's a fucking enigma wrapped inside of a goofy accent, wrapped inside of a funny gimmick.
With bacon.
Because I needed somebody to mess with.
She's a
And
good target.
And Phoenix is a really good target for that because she's so upset at the system and like everything around her, and wanting to upset that. And I needed a kind of a vessel for that. So that's kind of why.
I get it.
I thought it was a good poll, honestly.
Yeah.
And it kicked
Yeah.
things off in a very interesting direction because she's convinced by
Yeah.
seeing War Master punch people into fire. She doesn't want wrestling to
yeah.
become that. So
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Phoenix didn't see After Dark literally yeet the vessel into cyberspace.
well, you know. Listen, a baseball bat and a gumption will take you a long way. Which she's currently telling herself.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I made the vessel's actual height, but I like that everybody calls him tiny, and I think I might just adjust it so that he's so small.
I think you made him. I think you made him pretty tall, but I just think it's funny to call him tiny,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is why I do it, not because I actually think he's tiny.
Well, you
I gotta
know.
pull it up
Yeah.
now.
Stature is more than just one's actual height, let me tell you.
Yeah.
I got it in the slideshows, I think. I can pull it up and
Yeah,
find
well,
it.
I mean, I know War Master is like 6'3". I remember that.
Yeah, super tall.
He's big. He's a big boy.
He big boy. He big boy.
Large and in
heck.
charge.
I thought I added the vessel to the the slideshow. but
Hang on, I will look at the slideshow. You make nice with the chat.
But it's
Make
not there.
nice.
Yeah, but you're the showrunner. The burden of responsibility weighs heavy upon the head,
Yeah.
does it not?
The vessel is not in the slideshow.
Oh, okay. I'll fix it.
We fix.
Oops.
Sorry.
Loser.
He's a tertiary character. At this point.
Prefix.
No, he's not. I love him.
This tertiary character that just keeps injecting himself into like any situation. I have found a new target for my machination.
Like Silver and Ghost,
Fix your
like,
finances.
like between the rest of the stable, like Silver and Ghost and Diesel. Well, maybe not Diesel, but Silver and Ghost are like the most 6 degrees far removed of the entire like cast at this
Oh
point.
yeah, Knick-Knack wants to hear these hot Space Jam 2 takes.
Oh no!
All right, I'll speak for a moment. One, I like LeBron James. I think that he is a pretty decent actor. He's a really good basketball player. I think that he can act as well as Michael Jordan did in Space Jam. My
Which is not hard.
That's
which is not
damning
hard.
with faint praise.
my concern is first soundtrack. Part of what's made Space Jam great was the soundtrack. That soundtrack is fire. It is straight heat from start to finish. I don't know if where we're at with music in modern times that it can even come remotely close.
I feel like there's the chance that they'll try and bring it back around, right? Like, Will they bring Quad City DJs back from the grave? Who
That's-
knows? Who's to say?
Right, like what is the inevitable remix of that song going to sound like? Is
As
really the
long
only
as
thing
it
I'm curious
doesn't
about.
become like a Trolls situation,
Oh yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Ugh.
So that's
Bad.
what
Yeah.
that's what I'm primarily worried about is the soundtrack letting the film down. I think that Bugs Bunny can still ball. I think that
I mean, he never stopped.
Yeah.
Is it the height
The
of his
boy goes hard in
career?
the paint.
yeah. So
Like-
I think like that's gonna be fine. The secondary human character is also a concern of mine of who that is because I haven't read any casting details.
Where could you possibly bring that narrative to? Right? Like
Yeah.
the mean team just like comes back and what? Now they try and make more money?
Yeah. It was,
Right.
everything,
Like
no-
the
no.
like the
The next thing is
premise.
the humans have to go to wherever the Monstars are from and play basketball on their planet. Like that's like the logic.
Yeah.
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 I guess.
Or maybe because after the Monstars lost in the first movie, the Looney Tunes team now becomes part of the intergalactic basketball team.
Obviously, the answer here is that you do what you do with every one of these, and you make it a soft reboot, where you're kind of just
Oh.
retelling the exact same beats of the original movie, but you keep the original movie in canon, and once again, a mighty basketballier must rise up to fight the Monstars too.
No.
Except this time they're all women.
Okay. So
Nerds.
something
It's a
else
soft
that
reboot.
has always bugged me, and
Bugged you.
maybe
Ah.
maybe this is something that like just sticks in my brain, and it might be incorrect, but at the end of Space Jam 1, Michael Jordan does the jump and the arm stretch thing,
Mhm.
and he
Mhm.
dunks it, right?
Mhm.
That should be a 3-point shot.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because he's behind the arc, and I think he
Yeah.
gets 2 points for it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's a fair assessment.
I've never thought about that.
Who are they gonna get to cover I Believe I Can Fly though?
This is
Because
also
it,
true.
it cannot be R. Kelly. Let's be real.
In this day and
no.
age, there's no way. It would
cannot
be,
be.
No.
it would be
No.
career suicide for them to try
Yeah,
and
there's
bring that
no
back.
way.
Yeah.
Is it Justin Timberlake? Maybe.
Maybe.
But do we
Is
want
it
to
Bruno
be?
Mars?
Probably. That's more likely.
Honestly, Bruno
Better-
Mars? That might
Uh,
slap.
That might,
might
slap.
do
That might actually
decent.
be really good. But,
that
like,
might be good.
Do we want JT to cover? I believe this is the question. Like, with what he be doing lately, do we want that? Not sure. Not
Mm.
sure.
This
Bruno
is
Mars,
a
I
weird
could get
channel.
behind. That boy got soul.
Yeah, yeah.
Janelle Monáe.
Yes, please, can't. Please,
Okay,
yes.
well, hang on.
I'm 100% for that.
Wait a minute. I was off, now I'm on again.
I'm totally there for that. Anything she do, I'm there. Yes, checkbox.
My phone is yelling at me. Pay it no mind. Well, folks, do we want to wrap it up here then?
Yeah.
We don't have a good way of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need an outro for our
Yeah,
outro.
we need like a catchphrase, and we still haven't come up with one. No, I
Well,
can't say that. That's really bad.
well, on
no,
that
no,
note,
please do cancel us barely a month into our lifespan.
well, on that note, folks, thank you so much for joining us. Look forward to seeing our Twitter accounts locked and deleted within the next 20 minutes after whatever Kate says. It's been extremely real.
I'm just gonna say, stay safe, stay salty. Fuck yeah. That's all I was gonna say, but it just sounds wrong.
No, it's fine.
It's perfectly fine.
I'm gonna
Thank you.
I'm just gonna
That's my
fade us out.
question.
I'm just
Love
gonna fade
y'all.
us out very slowly.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Live
See you next
long
week.
and prosper from the Spock Roach.